everybody. Oh, that was great, guys.
Good morning.
It's going to be an awesome day.
God.
That was all as one.
Yep.
One cohesive unit. All saying, get the hell up, guys.
Wake up.
It's time to grab the day by the chrem. Have a good one, St. Louis. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow. Man, I am just obsessed with that Chimp Crazy show. Love it. Chimp Crazy, God, 5 stars.
I keep forgetting. Wait. Is this the one that it's not all out yet? So
No.
I can't binge it?
Yeah.
You can't binge it, but
Second episode dropped.
I feel like I have the feeling of, ooh, I cannot wait for the next episode.
Good.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
dude. When's the last time you had a show that did
It's
that
been
to
a
you?
like Breaking Bad.
What? Chimp Crazy. As good as Breaking Bad.
Maybe Game of Thrones. Maybe Game of Thrones when I finally caught up the last season.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, is it Sunday?
Ooh, plans.
Ooh.
I know, that is great.
Like, it comes out Sunday nights, and I watched it last night.
Wow. Chimp Crazy is your new Game of Thrones.
Love it.
Sunday night
Dude,
excitement.
Love it. Love it. Maybe because there's the St. Louis connection.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to wake up on Sunday morning and first thing you greet your wife, you say, hi. Ooh, Sunday, Chimp Crazy
It's Chimp
tonight.
Crazy Day. I forget what time it actually comes out on Sunday nights. I'll usually watch on a Monday. 9. Too late for me.
I know. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday watch. And I got in bed 7:30. All showered up,
Our episode?
ready to go. Oh, yeah.
Hey, is this HBO?
It is Max, yeah.
The lady, Tanya Haddix, couldn't be more Festus either. She is.
Oh, my God.
If Festus had a mascot, no offense, Festus, I love you.
And we
This
love
lady's
Festus.
Great. This lady was great.
This is now the face of Festus.
Unfortunately, yeah.
She is now the face of Festus.
At the beginning of the second episode, I sent him a picture yesterday, and I go, "Hey man, turn this on right now." And it was, she was getting her lips done, but she was like trying to talk to the documentary people, so she was like in it. She had like the numbing cream all over her lips,
Right.
Yeah.
and she's so tan. She's like tanning bed every day, that good leathery VFW bartender tan, you know. And she was like trying to give a serious interview and talking on the phone with her like lip numbing stuff on.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is insane.
And the lip numbing stuff looks like what they would put on a Krispy Kreme donut after it dries.
So it's really attractive
The
looking.
headline is Move Over, Tiger King.
Yeah.
Chimp Crazy may be the most bizarre documentary you've ever
Same
seen.
dude. Same dude. Same guy that did Tiger King is doing this one too.
So it's
Buddy
not a good
had to
day
use
for
a proxy director because the animal people know who he is now, and they didn't like the light that he shed on
On this kind of
on personal zoos and Tiger
Personal
King.
zoos,
So
yes.
he went out and got like a fake director that used to work in this world. That's like basically got an earpiece in and goes. It's crazy, man. It's good.
and the fact that it's Festus and you know
And the Ozarks.
and you know the places. Like they're at the courthouse in St. Louis, you know, she goes to one of the casinos. You're picking out spots where you kind of recognize.
That's fun.
And,
When
and
it's-
they use clips from Channel 2, local news, even some local radio,
Really?
which I heard Dave Glover's voice.
You did?
Jealous.
Oh, man. I mean,
I was super jealous.
Dave's an interesting guy, but
He's fine.
what did he interview the chimp lady?
No, it was just talking about, it was like a little clip of like, news out of Festus, with the chimp escaping. I'm like, oh, man,
You're
we
like,
talked
man, we
about
co-
that
yeah,
too.
we covered that too.
We talked about it too. How come they didn't ask us?
Can we get somebody from the documentary to come into this show and we'll talk to him?
I would love to.
All right. All right. OJ.
I would love that.
I would love that. Noted.
Do you know the story behind this
Tonka?
whole thing?
No, I've been avoiding it because I'm doing what you do. When
you
everybody
wanna
starts
binge.
talking about it, I want to binge.
Me too.
But everybody's all hyped up. I need to just stay away. And then I will binge and I will hype later.
So Tanya Haddix is the main focus of the documentary, and she's not even the owner of that place. It's another woman who refuses to be on camera, a woman named Connie.
Yeah.
Sweet
Really?
Connie?
Sweet Connie.
Well, some of the history of it is wild. Like, and this isn't giving anything away, it's just a factual statement. Like, apparently, like 70 or 80% of captive chimps came out of Festus since the 70s. Like, this lady's been running this, and they've gotten out a few times. I'm like, dude, that's close
they
to
talk,
home, brother.
We've talked about it here when a chimp would escape every once in a while from down there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, all them
chimps out again.
And this Tonka one that is the focus of this documentary was like, basically, if you've seen a movie with a chimp or a greeting card with a chimp on it,
Yeah.
straight out of Festus.
Jumanji.
If you look on the back of like Hallmark cards, it'll say, it used to be called Chimp Party because she would just take chimps to like birthday parties, which was highly
Dangerous.
It was a powder keg that luckily never turned. There was one instance where a chimp like grabbed a toddler's foot. And that was the end of Chimp Party. And she changed the name to a Chimp. What was it?
I think it's the Missouri Primate Foundation.
Yeah, she went to nonprofit to avoid a lawsuit over that. It's crazy. And apparently, like, all these like famous celebrities and people who want these exotic pets all go through her, through Festus, because Missouri is like the only state that didn't have any laws on the books.
So
like
40. So if you
animals.
wanted to buy a chimp, you would contact this particular place, and spend between $40,000 and $65,000 for a baby chimp.
Dang. As of 10 years ago, there's roughly 2,000 chimpanzees living in captivity in the United States. About half are used for medical research.
Oh, man. See, this is what I don't want. I don't want to get all bummed out by the
Well,
research.
and you know,
that's
love
not
or
the
hate
part's going to bum you
PETA.
out.
Love or hate PETA. So PETA comes in and says, all right, these animals are being abused. So they got a court order where the chimps would be relocated. There were, 7 of them? There were 7 chimps. They were to be relocated to, and they showed a picture of where they'll be relocated to. Looked pretty nice.
Okay, good.
It was like a chimp island they created where it's almost like their habitat.
Yeah.
What state?
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
It's pretty cool.
I'm going to sneeze.
Blessings. Pre-sneeze
Many
blessings.
blessings.
Here it is.
Thank you. And so PETA, under court order, goes down to Festus to get the 7 chimps and relocate them to this chimp island. Well, they got 6. They got 6 of them. 1 missing,
Yeah.
and that was Tonka,
Who
the
was
most
dead.
famous of the chimps.
Yeah,
Right.
the stud that garners gets the most money to get studded out, right? I mean,
No, he's just the most famous. He'd been in the most movies and stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, you're saying that they're like breeding them and selling them for
Yeah.
40 grand. It sounds like a puppy mill.
It didn't.
Basically.
It didn't sound like she wanted him for breeding. It's just like she just wanted
Unless
him.
she wanted him for herself.
Was he named after Haha Tonka State Park?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Or the big yellow trucks.
So now they're like, where is Tonka? And she's like, well, Tonka died of a heart attack, and we
Buried him.
didn't bury him. We burned him.
Oh, cremated. Cool.
We cremated him.
That was
in
his,
the backyard.
Because that was his wishes.
Like we cremated him in the backyard.
Yeah.
And here are his ashes, which look nothing like
Here's some,
remains.
yeah, here's
like
some
cigarette.
meow mix or whatever the cat litter
it
is.
look weird. And they're like, this is not
That's
what
clay
this
litter.
looks like.
Yeah, right.
This is not what ashes look like.
It was much,
These are
it was much
chimp ashes, though.
finer than clay litter. It looked like
Marlboro Red smoked for
cinnamon.
days.
It looked like a bag of cinnamon.
Oh.
She's just like, there's just ashes. And they're like, those are very fine granules for a burn pit in the yard.
So after PETA goes and raids the place, takes all the chimps, she then relocates to Lake of the Ozarks. And she's got like 28 acres, like a really
Dang.
Did you see the place? Looks dope.
She as in the owner of this place or the Tanya guy?
Tanya.
Okay.
She got a lake house?
It was a nice house
Nice house on 28 acres down at the lake.
because she's making money on the side, brokering, like a real estate agent. She brokers exotic animal deals. So she basically gets a cut every time somebody buys a.
Like, you want a llama? I get you a
You
llama.
want a
I
capuchin?
do want a llama.
You want a capuchin? I get you a capuchin.
No, but go back to the llama. I'm
You want a
curious.
llama?
How cute are
I have
You
some
want a
que-
llama or
I
an
have-
alpaca? I'll get you both.
Oh,
I have
alpaca,
questions
too.
about both.
I
I'll
always
get you
get them
both.
mixed up because they kind of look similar.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy hairdos. They got the Pat Mahomes hairdo.
Yeah,
Which one's that? The llama?
Broccoli hair.
Broccoli hair. Yes.
And in the documentary, she's like, she was making bank.
There was somebody keeping alpacas in our neighborhood, we found out. I think it was alpacas.
My cousin Josh, when he was in the weed industry up in Colorado, he had a ranch called Alpaca Bowl Ranch. Alpaca Bowl Ranch.
Oh, boy.
So he had alpacas and many gardens
Bowls.
of marijuana, and he was living the best life ever.
Yeah, my buddy Ben,
happy
his parents are, like real deal hippies. And they live in like a suburban Connecticut neighborhood. They got 2 alpacas, and they had to pass a law like, you can't have livestock in the backyard.
Interesting. Well, happy Nate to your cousin's alpaca.
He moved to Florida. He's having a baby, and he's going back on the road with Pantera next year. So he's living large.
Gotcha.
Just different. Got out of the weed business.
He's going on the road with Pantera in what capacity?
As their weed guy.
He's their llama handler.
No, he's off the weed now. He's a sound and lighting guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bass player.
Yeah.
So now Tanya's at the Lake of the Ozarks in this nice piece of property. She's got this hustle she's got with selling animals to other people.
Right.
And PETA's still like, hey, we want to know where this other chimp is. And at the end, right, she goes to court. And the court's like, hey, we have no evidence whether it's alive or dead, so we have to take your word for it.
Right.
But at the end, you find out where the chimp is.
Where is he? Oh, no.
Gotta be in a spare bedroom or the attic or something.
He has his own little house that
Do you want to know?
he gets
Oh, he's
treated well?
he's in the guest house. He's in the pool house at the lake.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, no. What?
Well, he's working at the lake now.
He is?
He's gassing up pontoons.
Is he out there with the damn bald knobbers?
He's
making good tips.
He's at the place I went to when I was at the lake over last week.
He's cutting tickets at Yakov
Yep.
Smirnov's.
Oh, God.
Where did I go?
It was. Where did you go?
Where did I go?
Shady Gators.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shady Gators.
Shady
He's working at Shady Gators.
He is? With the shorts?
He's
hosting
bringing in
bikini
boats.
night.
He's
Animal
like
friendly?
He's a dock guy.
He's the captain. Right on.
No, he's in the basement.
Ah, come on, man.
And it was like, I guess it was during the pandemic, so they were doing the Zoom court hearings.
Uh-huh.
So she literally shuts her computer and walks downstairs, and there is the chimp in the basement.
No, were there windows down there?
He's in a cage.
Gosh damn it. I can't deal. I'm so sick of...
Well, that's the problem. That's the thing you're not going to like about. It's like chimps are only till they're 5 or 6. Once they age past that, they get so big and aggressive that they're dangerous. And you can't have them out anymore. And that's what happens is they all get like
Aggressive.
Socialized, and they're around people all the time, and they're like happy, and they're getting all this attention, and then all of a sudden they're locked in a cage in like basically in solitary confinement. It's sad as hell.
That is sad.
That's why that was PETA's whole point, was like, hey, you got all these aging chimps in cages that are like living in these terrible conditions. They're isolated. They're angry.
Oh, and then they told the story. So the second episode, they told the story of Travis the chimp, and this is the one in Connecticut that ripped the lady's face and hands off.
Right.
Remember that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got
Back
a little
in 09.
too big, and they weren't caging him, right?
And where did she get that chimp from? Festus.
Get out of here.
For real,
The chimp
Travis is
capital of
another-
the United States.
He's another Festus chimp.
Another Festus chimp. And this is the one that
And honestly, Travis is a Festus name.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Tonka and Travis.
Travis was in like
Nothing's a
old Navy
surprise.
commercials. Travis was like the most famous chimp in the
The
series.
one that ripped the neighbor's face off was
Was
the
it-
Old Navy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and he got older, and the lady wouldn't. The lady was just in denial, man. They fall in love with these things, and
It was her baby. It was her kid.
they'd had some red flags, and she just kept letting him out and kept letting him be around people. And then her husband died, and I guess he like was grieving the husband's death and got really like despondent and kind of aggressive.
Aggro.
Got aggro and got big, and she
got
was
big.
still letting him out, letting him go on car rides. But it was crazy because there's like pictures of him with local police. They ran a tow yard, and he was like the mascot of the tow yard.
Oh, yeah. The police would come in, and everybody play with the chimp.
Everybody
and
knew
that was
him.
when he was small.
It was wild. And man, he tore that lady up.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy.
He tore the lady's face off and ripped her arms off, like ripped her hands off. Whew. Anyway, chimp crazy. Now on Max.
Sounds like
I
a
guess,
happy
you don't,
show.
I guess you don't need to watch it now because we told you all about it.
Yeah, I kind of like this. I like this
Nah, you
sort
still
of
need to
version
watch
of
it.
it. Nah, carry on the chat scene. I don't need to watch it.
I
It's going
feel
to break
like
my heart.
I get to watch it twice.
Dave Grohl's
Listen
in
to
it.
them and then
He's not in it.
Dave Grohl owns a chimp.
Dave Grohl's
Dave
not
Grohl's
in
in it.
this
Dave Grohl's
show.
in it.
but way
Dave
in the
Grohl got a
background. You
chip.
have to
You will
keep
not
looking.
bait me with Dave. Okay?
Steven
No.
Tyler's in it.
No, I'd
And,
be so upset.
Brandon Lee actually is in it, which
He's
was
back from the
crazy.
dead?
Yeah, they had to CGI him into it.
Oh, my God.
But he actually, it's some clips from the original Crow.
Yeah.
You can't find it
Spliced
anywhere
in.
else. It's only in Chimp Crazy.
It's all spliced in. You love it.
How many episodes deep?
2.
Lots of
and
cats.
how many are there in the season?
I want to say 4 or 5.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it's,
Well,
it's
a
a
mini-
short,
it's like a
short
mini
one.
series.
It's good. It's good.
A band of brothers.
It's good. It's good.
Well, the other, yeah, it is good, but it is wild. Some of the stuff in it is nuts. I didn't expect Alan Cumming, who actually is in it. I just didn't expect like some of the people showing up in it. I'm like, why is Alan Cumming in this?
Because he worked with Tonka.
Yeah, he's like did a movie. He's like, he thought that he was in Palm Springs at a chimp sanctuary, and then he finds out like, oh, this co-star that I loved.
Yeah, where did Michael Jackson get Bubbles from? Is Bubbles a Festus
Guarantees
chimp?
a Festus chimp.
Yep.
I don't know.
Guaranteed.
That's not a Festus name.
You know, Michael renamed him. His name was Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Lloyd the Chimp.
I'll believe it if his name
Bought him
is
from a Texas
Bubbles.
research facility.
If his name is Daryl or Darren or something, I totally believe.
Nah,
Where did the Texas research facility get him?
Yeah.
Great question.
What's the Riz?
Follow the paper trail, Scott.
Michael Jackson got him from a Texas place,
Oh, okay.
a research facility in Austin. So, all right, there you go. That's our recap of Chimp Crazy.
Tuesdays. on
Love
Rizzuto
it.
Show.
Love it. Moon went to the baseball game last night.
Sure
Hot and swampy.
did. Holy smokes, hot and
The
swampy.
hot
yeah.
and swampy Cardinal game,
Sticking to chairs in section 171.
where I saw the attendance was 28,697, which is
Yeah.
total BS.
Right.
Ouch.
That's a no.
And they wound up losing last night.
Yeah. It was a rough start, and they never came back.
It's been a rough go for the Cardinals over the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a rough go for the Cardinals over the past season. And now other teams are starting to notice. And I know you were at the game, so you couldn't hear. So it was the Cardinals playing the Padres.
Yeah, first time Mike Schultz was back.
Right. And this is what the Padre announcers had to say last night about being at Busch Stadium.
Out of the way of a pitch up and in.
But Don, I'll be honest with you. I want to get this right out of the way. We are in St. Louis, Busch Stadium. This is not the Busch Stadium I am used to.
No.
Late August, early September. Usually it's packed. The Redbirds are in the race. It is a different vibe here.
Yep, it's shocking.
It is shocking.
Not used to this ever. 2-2 pitch is in the
Yikes.
Dude. And you know what's so crazy is,
Savage, huh?
my wife is pretty casually, shall we say, a casual fan of sports in general.
Yeah.
And while we were sitting there, I was kind of showing her. I was like, look around. Like, this is, like, I knew attendance was down because obviously we haven't had the greatest of years. But I was like, dude, what you're seeing right now, this is a statement. There are, like, diehards that are making a statement to the ownership right now by not being here. I was like, it is August. It's late in the season. It's, game 67, something like that. And I was like, we're still chasing a wild card berth, technically speaking. We're still chasing that. We had a good week last week. We won a couple series, and I was like, you
Big ones.
would be seeing more people here by default if there weren't people trying to make a statement to the ownership.
Well, it's being noticed by other teams coming into Busch.
Definitely.
Wild.
And when you see it,
Embarrassing.
when you see it in person, it's effective.
Just looking at the pictures there, they said 28, what'd they say? 28.
Yeah, that is
28,
horse doo-doo.
697.
10
people, maybe.
10K. What do you think? You were there. What do you think?
All in?
It's hard. How many seats? How many seats at Busch?
40
something or other.
48,000?
It's it's so spread out. It's
thought it
hard
was
to
48.
It's hard to
Yeah,
tell.
but it doesn't. They said there was 28. The only game I went to this year, they said there was like 30 something, and I'm like, that stadium was not. Lern was there too. Like that stadium was not half full. That stadium wasn't a quarter full. That stadium was.
Yeah.
an eighth full.
Hey.
They said
And
28,000.
they were like, oh, there's 36. I'm like, yeah, there might be 36K sold if you're season ticket holders, but there's not 36,000 people here.
No.
and that's
Through
what
the
they
gate.
say. They say
Unless
28.
you're counting the concessions people, all the players.
Yeah,
They might have been.
when
Bird.
when they announce it, they don't say 28,000 through the gate. They say 28,000 paid. And that means any sort of box that's been corporately bought or whatever,
that makes sense.
they'll
That
max the cap
All
there.
green seats.
So if each box has 45 and there's no one there, they're going to count it for 45 because the box was bought. And to be fair, I'm not seeing any of the boxes. I don't see any of the suites. Maybe they're full. I don't know. You don't see that.
Probably
I'm just looking
not.
at seats, and I probably could estimate 7,500 to 9,500.
No way. That low.
7,500.
And listen,
That's crazy.
There was there was some walks and a home run early on for the Padres, and there were a lot of Padres fans. And what I'm trying to say is there wasn't a lot of Padres fans, but there were so few Cardinals fans that it seemed like there was a lot of Padres fans. You know what I mean?
Did they have the moment they were predicting of like, they were like, if Schlitt goes to the mound, he'll get a standing O?
Oh, I don't know.
Did he ever come out of the dugout?
We were
Oh,
not.
Schilt?
Schilt,
Yeah.
we were.
What do you call him? Schlitt?
Schlitz, yeah.
When
It's great here.
I found it an interesting moment when Schilt and Marmol were, at the plate at the very beginning
doing
of
the
game.
lineup
Yeah,
thing.
it was kind of cool. I saw it as a moment. I was surrounded by not baseball fans, so I was kind of alone, kind of nerding out.
Yeah.
On certain moments, but it was weird, dude.
Well, the fact that
Lifelong
those
Cardinal
Padres-
fan
The fact that those Padres announcers actually
said it
took note.
and scanned it. Did you watch the
Yeah.
video? They're
Oh, yeah.
scanning Bush, just showing how empty it is. They're trolling us, dude. But again, that is Cardinal fans making a statement to the ownership, and it's undeniable
Yeah.
at this point. Weird, dude. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's the first time I'm kind of experiencing this.
That's got to freak MLB out because we're always the strong stadium, pretty much.
Yep. It was also, kind of a bummer for the downtown area. Q in the Lou has been canceled.
I saw this yesterday.
Yeah.
I got to make it official. I'm sorry.
At first,
There
I thought
it is.
it
Now
was.
it's official.
At first, I thought it was from the Heat, but that's not until September something.
No, it's sponsorship backed out, and there wasn't very much interest, which is surprising because we have so many great barbecue places.
Yeah, VIP ticket sales. They say,
Where were they doing it?
they do it down at the Arch.
Oh, down at the Arch. See, when I went, it wasn't at the Arch. It was at almost kind of. It was on Market, I
right,
believe.
like in front of Union Station down
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Just
Whatever that
a few
plaza
blocks
is.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the event's been canceled due to lack of support, is what they're saying. And the promoters, I guess, they do this queue in different cities. Mm-hmm. Like Denver, they said poor attendance in Denver last week. A planned event in Dallas has been canceled.
Oh, wow. So it's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that would suck to hear. It's great in Dallas and great in Denver, and then you got a barbecue
No.
city.
Poor in Denver, canceled in Dallas.
Could this be because we're all eating impossible meats?
No, that's not.
Is this,
That is
you guys, did veganism shut this thing down? Is that what they're not saying? I mean, I don't believe the press at all. So, no interest, no meat in my mouth. No thanks.
No, thank you, huh? No, thank you. Yeah, the mayor's all upset.
Well, hey, we just had another festival. Festival of Nations just happened, and how did it go?
They said that was successful, but
It was? Okay.
that's the mayor's spin on it. I don't know.
Well, it's always successful. I mean,
I
it's been
heard
running
it
for
was-
like 30 years.
I-
Or so.
yeah, I heard
That's
it
at
was
Tower
big this
Grove.
year.
Yeah.
Festival of Nations.
It's delicious.
I heard it was great and big this year. But that was from a friend that went out, so I don't know what the numbers was.
But that's at Tower Grove. This is down at the Arch.
Well, I went to the Festival of the Little Hills in St. Charles, and it was
That's always packed.
friggin' packed, bro.
That's always packed out.
We are very lucky in St. Louis to have all these food festivals.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry about the Q and the Lou, but everything else, we are blessed.
I
in
never
this
went.
city.
I never queued it.
You didn't.
Never
I
queued
thought
it down by the Arch.
you didn't go with us. I thought we went.
No, I went.
together.
Remember they used to have Rib Fest.
Yeah, Rib Fest was
Was it Rib America?
Rib America.
Rib America.
Yeah, Brett Michaels would play every year.
Yeah,
I saw
cool.
Collective Soul play there.
That sounds like the planet Krypton to me, buddy.
Rib America.
You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not in for ribs.
Rib America. That was at Soldiers Memorial.
I miss eating ribs.
And it always had big
Can't do
bands.
Yeah,
The
Collective
Beatles
Soul
cover
played.
band.
There were a bunch of decent bands that rolled through there.
Yeah.
Maybe it was me and Jeff. I think me and Jeff went down and we did something.
What was Q in the Lou supposed to consist of?
It's all barbecue places. And it's barbecue places from everywhere, and they have some competition stuff and a lot of St. Louis.
Do you think people are queued out? There's too many barbecue events, or, and this is I posit this theory. St. Louis has a problem they need to face, and that's that downtown sucks. And people don't want to go down there. So when you have events down there, people aren't interested.
It did say that a lot of sponsorships backed out because of concerns about.
Yeah, I don't want to accentuate that. I mean, it is part of the article I read.
I don't know, though.
Organizers cite the cancellation due to trouble receiving corporate sponsorships, VIP ticket sales, and public safety concerns.
So let's.
Yeah, I guess that is part of it.
Maybe a tiny part of it. But,
I'll take safety off the table, even.
Well, I think we probably should, in all fairness to Q, because he said that it did poorly in Dallas and Denver. So this isn't just a St. Louis thing.
That's what I'm curious about. Are people in these, or is there so many barbecue events that it doesn't feel special? Or is it, because why are all these other food events that are being held in neighborhoods doing so much better?
Maybe
Festival of Nations is in Tower Grove, right? Mm-hmm. And then the St. Charles one is there. Stuff on the hill, when they close the hill down, huge turnout.
Yeah, well, think about those kind of places. You know, Tower Grove is a community. The Hill's a community.
That's what I'm saying.
St. Charles is a community.
But maybe it's like promotion, too. I mean, you know, some of the best bands on earth you don't hear of because they haven't got it together with the promotions. And then some of the worst bands on earth are the biggest things you've ever heard. And just because of how it's promoted. I don't know, man. Maybe there's something to learn there from some of the other festivals that are getting it right. I don't know. I don't know anything about it other than I've been down there once or twice in years past and enjoyed it. I like seeing St. Louis do anything to get people into St. Louis.
Sure, especially
downtown.
St. Louis. Downtown rules.
And what I remember is there were a lot of places not from St. Louis represented at Q in the Lou the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like seeing people from out of town come to St. Louis for something good.
We do have a lot of great barbecue here, and it sucks when something's canceled downtown because that means, you know, people aren't going there and spending money on businesses.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
People aren't spending money, you know, doing things, going to hotels, going to other restaurants.
Right.
Maybe it's because people from St. Louis feel like this guy that I saw at Busch Stadium yesterday. They had a shirt that said "St. Louis is boring." I just started laughing. I laughed for 40 feet.
I mean, that's kind of my point.
Hey, back to the Cardinal thing real quick. On Twitter, Crypto Rex is saying, guys, it was over 100 degrees yesterday. It's not just a yesterday problem. 2 days last week were the lowest attended games in the new Busch Stadium, non-pandemic years. And last week was pretty, right? Last week, gorgeous.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, sure, it was over 100 degrees yesterday. True. And I'm sure it was miserable.
It wasn't
True. It was not pleasant.
It wasn't the best.
But last week, I think Tuesday and Wednesday were the lowest attended games at Busch Stadium since the new Busch Stadium opened. So, listen, maybe everybody's at Burning Man.
Oh, yeah.
Burning Man's going on this
That
weekend.
happening?
I think they were having attendance.
They're having problems too,
right?
Burning Man, which I still don't know what the hell it is.
That's where they should move the queue. I mean, the fire's already going. Burn some ribs on Burning Man. I'll go then.
That's
Burning Man.
I'd walk through the desert for a good thick-cut pork steak.
Remember last year was a disaster. 73,000 people stranded because of awful weather conditions.
Oh, yeah, it rained, right? People were stuck in mud.
People were stuck there. Oh, yeah. Last year at Burning Man. So they do this thing in the middle of the desert. Is it in Nevada?
I thought it was in California, but I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's Nevada.
I don't know much about it.
Yeah, it's in Nevada.
Well, last year there were all these people stranded there last year because of the weather. There was rumors of like an Ebola outbreak, fears a trench foot circulated.
Come on, really?
Instead of the usual
trench foot like Bigfoot?
Instead of the usual wild activities like naked oil wrestling. People try to get the hell out. Mm-hmm. But I guess after last year's disaster, low ticket sales this year. But the Orgy Dome is still a thing, guys. The Orgy Dome is still up and running.
It's a Burning Man staple.
It is a Burning Man staple. And I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Yep. What's how to keep the burn the rest of the year?
That's right. Keep the burning going, huh, Scott?
Yeah.
Keep it for the rest of the year.
Is it the most well-liked orgy of the world? Is this Burning Man orgy? I mean, I feel like we always talk about it, and it's never made fun of. It's just like it is. You know,
well,
it's
you
just
want to know? You
accepted.
want to know about it?
I do.
You want me to take you guys inside the Orgy Dome? Because I will.
Let's go, Tina Turner.
Let's go. That's a Thunderdome. That's different.
Okay.
Not really. Not really.
You don't want to go inside the Orgy Dome?
I'd love to go inside the Orgy Dome like Master Blaster with like a little guy on my back.
Well, I read an article about the Orgy Dome. What is an Orgy Dome? This midlife couple finds out. Burning Man is a festival, really a temporary city that appears for 1 week every summer in the Black Rock Desert of northern Nevada and then disappears. Started in 1986, it's a lot of things. At the very least, a hugely wild art and community gathering, a place where exchanging money and commercialism of any sorts are prohibited. Participants live in tents and trailers amid fierce dust storms. Sounds miserable. Ride around on bikes and admire ginormous sculptures of on the playa. Clothing is optional. Electronic music blares all night long. This is a nightmare for me, honestly.
What are all the words that would upset Riz?
Oh, okay. Electronic music blares all night long. Awesome. Drugs and alcohol are plentiful. Imagine Mad Max meets Alice in Wonderland, and you've pretty much got it covered. Of course, these ingredients lead to some wild adventures. On the third or fourth day, biking around the hot desert, we passed the famous Orgy Dome. A place we'd both heard about, but we never discussed. We stood, we stared, we felt uncomfortable, and then we rode on. But that night, he kept bringing it up. So I guess the wife is the one writing the article. That night, he kept bringing it up. As in, if we one day went out to one of those sex tents and it evolved into a kind of sexy, teasing conversation. Soon we found ourselves doing a little internet research and boom, the next night we snuck away from our friends and headed over to the Orgy Dome. With a clean sheet, some lube, and a little tequila stashed in our Camelback. Mind you, we had never even remotely considered doing anything like this back in New York. This was definitely a we're not in Kansas anymore moment. As we waited online, a very long line, we waited over 2 hours. 2 hours to get into the Orgy Dome. My man was visibly nervous. I felt pleased with myself, like I'd called his bluff and was being super adventurous. And I tried not to think about what lay before us. Then we showed ID to prove our ages. 46 and 58. Hello.
Hi.
And we were ushered into a giant waiting tent with other couples and groups sitting around, staring at each other. Would we be having sex with these strangers soon? I don't know. We'd read up so we knew the gist of what lay before us. Visitors were asked a couple questions about consent and told the basic rules. You have to disrobe in the anti-tent, where you're given a bucket to store your essentials.
Oh.
And the dome provides extra condoms and lube should you run short.
What a safe space.
Then you walk into the main area and enter into the middle of the dome. And then you have the option of going left or to the right.
How do you swing?
The right is where no one can approach you. So it's a room full of people having sex in couples or triples or however you come in together on their own discrete piece of Orgy Dome real estate. A futon, a couch. You could watch, although not stare, but you can't touch or approach anyone else. The left is more of what you might think as an orgy.
Wait a minute, hold up. So the right, you go in,
Voyeur.
you can't okay, so it's more voyeurs. But I mean, who are those people that are doing each other then?
You could go and, so if you and Tim went,
Yeah.
you could go to the right and just have sex in front of people.
Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. Back to you.
So nobody could tap in. Nobody go, room for one more?
Yeah.
That's where people just go and just have sex in front of other people.
I see. Okay.
To the left, anyone can approach you and ask for your consent to do things, get involved in what you're doing, to have things done to them. The first guy who explained the rules to us was real chill, sort of just blankly nodded like a bunch of mortified newbies. He said, okay. When he walked away, we were still clothed at this point. We looked at each other like, what the hell are we doing? We just sat there until they called our number, as if we were casually buying sliced turkey at the deli counter.
Why am I imagining the Beetlejuice waiting room right now?
And then we had to walk to the next chamber where we disrobed and left our clothes on a shelf. So, yep, now we are naked. And we are being ushered along. Then the entry to the main room, the big moment. This could have been disastrous. A moment of paralyzing fear. But a very suave maitre d' of sorts approached us and asked, do you want to go left or do you want to go right?
Ooh, can we guess what they did? This is like a choose your own adventure.
This is a choose your own adventure.
I bet they watched. I bet they went to the right.
You think they went right?
Yes.
We both shrugged and giggled nervously. And we were saved when we pointed out a newly vacant couch on the right. And we hustled our naked asses over there. Okay, so they said the 3 things you have to know straight off about the Orgy Dome. Number 1, the place was super clean.
Good.
The lighting was perfect. And they said everyone was super good looking.
Of course, it's Burning Man.
I was not stoned or drunk. It was the perfect night. And the other orgy goers were gorgeous. They just were. It's true. Although I admit I'd been living in an RV in the blazing desert for 4 days, so a hot dog might have looked gorgeous. We whipped out our sheet and started, doing it right there in front of everybody else doing it. And I got to tell you, it was awesome. We stayed for 2 hours.
Dang.
They did all sorts of things, but to the right. Going to the left, which is where anything can happen, has now become code in our relationship for that tantalizing thing that we may never experience. But no, who knows? Only time will tell.
Slide to the left.
My husband teases me because more than actually doing anything, I'd like to talk about doing things. Like, maybe we should swing. Maybe next time we go, it's to the left. And that is the tale of the Orgy Dome.
This was like the night before Christmas, only X-rated. Nice.
Should I read that story every year?
Yes.
Children, gather around. Father Riz is going to read Orgy Dome.
Rizzuto fireside chat.
'Twas the night before Burning Man.
Interesting.
And all through the tent.
Hey, speaking of the...
Here's the location, by the way. It really is out
it's in the
there.
middle of nowhere.
I mean, it is way above Reno. It's out.
How far from Reno? It's got to be...
Oh, man, that is...
Do you think...
This is Lake Tahoe, and it took me an hour to get here.
Do you think they employ, because they're near Reno, North O Reno, do you think they employ professionals in the Orgy Dome?
Ringers?
Yeah. Do you think they go to like the Bunny Ranch or they go to any of those places and just
to get it going?
To be like, hey, we need people in there doing it.
Yeah.
Kind
as
of.
an icebreaker.
That way.
Nobody wants to be first.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to be first.
That. I'm kind of curious if they got some professionals working.
Maybe at
like
first.
Everyone's hot, and everyone is hot at Burning Man in the pictures, but
yeah, I'll be honest with you.
They say they were 52 and 46.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not a hot 52 and 46, but I'm like,
oh no, 46 and 58.
Okay, so you're almost 60. Even a hot 60 is gonna have some.
And they'd been in the sun and living in an RV for 4 days.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Everybody, the sand and the stank and the.
There was a story I read last year about the stank. Oh, you got to put a couple Glade plugins. Come on.
With no traffic is about 3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours? Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere.
That's not as bad.
And Reno's in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
But speaking of sausage, did you know that we're seeing a rise in sausage sales?
No.
Yes, this is the thing.
What has this contributed to?
We are seeing a rise in sausage sales, and this is not good.
Not good.
Wait, what kind of sausage? Like a sausage patty, a link?
All sausage.
Ground sausage?
Well, Busch Stadium has all these extra, different types of food places. You got one with Mexican, you got one with like Asian food, you got a salad one. They had a bacon wrapped hot dog stand. Like that's all you get.
Oh yeah.
Bacon wrapped dogs.
Been there a while. They got the baked beans on them.
I don't know. I've just never seen that
They
before.
had them where you get the bacon wrapped dog, and then instead of chili, you just get baked beans all on the top. And I'm like,
oh,
Lord.
Man.
Oh, my goodness.
That's going to be an interesting ride home. I'll be
like
honest
one
with you.
fart whistle, please.
Yeah.
Damn.
Can I
No,
have
don't
one-
be bringing that into the Orgy Dome.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, no beans.
Can
in
I bring
Orgy
my
Dome.
fart sickle in the Orgy Dome?
No.
No, sir.
No, in
you
fact,
tried
you're-
this last year when
You're
you went
banned
left.
banned from Burning Man.
I'll go left.
So why is it bad that the sales are up?
So going to the grocery store, people are buying sausage, and sausage sales are up. Can you explain why that is a bad thing? Can anybody
We've given up.
imagine?
We've given up as a society. We're like, whatever. We just want to eat the greasy sausage.
It's bad for the economy. Like, it's a sign that the economy is garbage.
So the beef is too expensive.
Sausage is a cheaper protein option as inflation continues to squeeze budgets. Shoppers are looking for ways to stretch their dollars. Increased sausage demand could be a worrying signal on the economy.
So instead of reading the tea leaves, we're reading the wieners.
Yeah, we're reading the wieners.
Why are you doing all this buying and selling in the way that you are? Oh, I've been reading the wieners, and I'm telling you, we're about to get a crash. Mm-hmm. The wieners are saying,
Yeah,
Save.
economy's bad.
Aren't things going okay? Like gas prices are down. Like interest rates are falling. I mean, I see the headlines. I don't know.
but do you
You're
see the
not
wieners?
Seeing the wieners.
I don't see the wiener headlines like this, but I feel like things are going in a direction that we could be okay. So the wiener is saying differently. Like,
Listen, next time you're at the grocery store, you might notice people grabbing sausage instead of steak, all right?
Okay.
I just read this on CNBC, okay?
All right. Hey, I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying I've also seen some headlines that had no sausage involvement, and I think we're going to be all right.
I hope so. I hope so, but just look to the sausage. That's all we're
Maybe
saying.
people are just hungry, dude. I mean, it is
Sausage
delicious.
is
I love
yummy.
sausage.
You know, like sausage and biscuits and gravy and
I love sausage.
Sausage and peppers. Love it.
stuffed. Oh, yeah. Delicious.
I love sausage and peppers. One of
Got
my
a little
favorite
sausage
things.
and put it in your spaghetti.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a home run.
Yeah, it's a home run. Here's an important tip with school back up in session, and I did see this the other day, is a school bus with a stop sign out and somebody go around it.
Illegal.
And does
Ooh.
that not infuriate you?
It does.
So my daughter's taking a driving test today, and one of the big rules on that I had to keep reminding her is that if you pass a school bus on your driver's test, instant fail
Oh,
because it's that big of a deal.
as it should be.
Yeah, it's an instant fail. It's like it's like
Should be.
with the Missouri guide or the state guides. Like that's always number one or number two. Like, hey, by the way, make sure you stop at a stop school bus or you fail immediately. Get out of the
course,
car.
you might as well T-bone another car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. That's a major infraction.
But she was like, "Oh, it's not just a deduction." I was like, "No,
No,
it's
that's
over.
major.
It's over."
That's like going 90 down the highway with the driving instructor in the car. Same thing.
But dude, you're saying it like everybody knows that. I'm telling you, I don't think everybody knows
I guess
that.
it's wild how many people don't know it. And do you know what the law is? So in Missouri, the law regarding passing a school bus is very clear. So you must stop when a school bus is displaying its flashing red lights and the stop sign arm extended. Mm-hmm. And this applies whether you're approaching the bus from the front or from behind. Now, two-lane road. On a two-lane road, all traffic in both directions must stop when a school bus has its arm out and the red light's flashing. What about a four-lane road? Here's where we get dicey.
The furthest lane can move.
So let's say Olive here. Olive is 4 lanes. So 2 going one way, 2 going the other way.
Yeah, you still have to stop.
But do you have to stop both sides?
No, you just have to stop on the side of which the arm is extended. So if it's going westbound, all westbound people should stop. Eastbounders can keep going.
On a 4-lane road.
Believe so.
Are you sure?
No. This is just
Moon?
what I would think.
I would stop either way just to be safe.
So you're on Olive right now, looking out the window. There's 4 lanes of Olive.
Right? Yeah.
2 going west, 2 going east. Bus going east. Red flashing lights, arm out. Are all 4 lanes stopping?
I think you're supposed to. I grew up on a 4-lane road. I grew up on a road this size, just like this. This is where my house was. And I remember the bus stopping and bus drivers getting real upset if the other side wasn't stopping.
Well, did
I don't know if it's
that road
law.
have a turn lane?
No.
But
I
also,
think that might be the difference.
the way that buses drop kids off, I don't think they would drop at just one stop if the kids have to walk across 4 lanes of the highway. I feel like they would turn around and then your stop would be going eastbound. You'd have to wait to be going eastbound.
Would anybody like to put money on this?
No.
Anybody like to throw $5 on it?
I got a 10 for you.
$5. You
Got a
say they don't
stapler?
have to stop.
I say they
Rafe,
don't have
what do
to
you say?
stop.
Is there a median?
No median, just a yellow line.
Oh, that's different.
Oh, that's way
No
different.
median. I say that all lanes have to
Yeah.
stop.
You said olive. I don't think you have to. If there's a median involved, I don't think you have to stop.
There's no median. I mean, there's a median right here.
There is definitely a median
Not
all the way down
right,
there.
right
not
there.
right
there's
there. I mean, not.
It's just lane.
I'll stay with my. I'll stay with mine. I think the other lanes do not have to because there's a second stop for the kids coming.
Okay, so all good. All 4 got to stop.
All 4.
All 4. Scott.
I'll go all 4.
Well, congratulations to Lern. You are absolutely correct. If you're driving on a road with 4 more lanes, only the traffic following the bus must stop. Oncoming traffic is not required.
4 or more lanes.
4 or more lanes.
Yeah, that'd be hard to do because it's almost like the other lanes. You're not realizing that arm's out. The way that it's stationed on a bus. I mean, it would be very interesting if people do notice that going the opposite direction.
And that's the same, by the way, in Illinois. Same rules apply both in Missouri and Illinois.
Good to know.
Yeah, and of course you got to be careful. Even if you are on a 4-lane road, some of these kids may just dart and try
Right.
to get across the street. So just be, of course, wary.
Vigilant, yeah.
Just be wary of all this. But what are the penalties? Failing to stop in Missouri for a school bus when required can result in fines, points in your driving record, and potentially more severe penalties depending on the situation, like if you hit a kid. In Illinois, violating the law can result in severe penalties, including a fine of at least $300 for a first offense, at least $1,000 for subsequent offenses. Additionally, your driver's license could be suspended for 3 months after a first offense and 1 year after a second offense.
Wowee. And your name's going to be on the board.
Yep. That's right. You certainly have detention. But as a kid, was anybody a troublemaker in school?
No.
Rafe?
No.
I was a troublemaker up until probably junior high.
What do you consider trouble?
I was the kid who had his desk put out in the hallway because I was mouthy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, then yes. Never for, like, being a jerk, though. Usually for cutting up.
Yeah, cutting up.
Sometimes a teacher would be like, would get mad, too, because I would get them to laugh. And then they would be like, you got to go. You got to go sit out there if you can't. Disruptive.
I would infuriate the teacher so much that they would actually, like, take my desk, sometimes with me in it. Like if the chair was attached to the desk, and drag it out in the hallway. And I would have to sit and do my work in the hallway.
Not often, but there's a few times, yeah. I had to do the same thing.
At least 3 times or 4 times a year that would occur. I would get my parents would be called at least once a year for behavior issues. And my grades were otherwise great. It was always, remember when they would grade behavior?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
works well with others.
Arithmetic, social studies, reading, all outstanding. E for excellent. Behavior, U, unsatisfactory.
Unsatisfactory. Need room for improvement.
Well, and those were the report cards that would be, filled in by the teacher and then a note.
Yeah.
And I would be so nervous if there was the parent-teacher the parent-teacher nights. And, when my mom and dad got home, I'd be waiting for my mother to give me the full report. Was I in trouble tonight? What were you best known for at school, Moon?
Oh, best known for, I would say under the radar.
So under the radar. Nobody knew you existed.
No, it wasn't that. You're talking about like elementary school mostly, right?
Or even high school. Elementary school. All right, what about
I was a
elementary
good-natured
school?
kid, man.
Good kid.
I just wanted to have fun and get through this crap. That's all. I just wanted to get outside and play.
Right.
Just let me play, and I would do my work. Teachers really loved me because I was just a nice, sweet kid. That's all. Pretty simple.
Lern, what were you known for?
I mean, I wasn't really known. I was always just around. I feel like I really mean this. In high school, I was friends with every clique, every one of them. I was just the flyer, and I felt
You were
like
a floater.
I would float around. People like my laugh. I've been known for my laugh since I was little. My mom and I have the same cackle laugh, and so people would know that, I'm sure. But no, I didn't have any. I didn't make any problems. I wasn't like a bad student. I wasn't a jerk. I wasn't cool. Like I didn't have a real adjective, I think, attached to me. I just feel like I was everywhere.
I kind of always had my own style and definitely marched to the beat of my own drum. That's for sure. Especially in high school. I was definitely kind of like, well, that he's hearing a song that nobody else is hearing.
Right.
It's a different song.
Yeah.
And it also depends on the size of school you went to. Like Rafe went to a smaller school.
Yeah.
So you were known for what?
Well, I mean, I was always funny. I was a floater too. I was a lot like Lern. But I was also like captain of all the sports teams, president of my class, and that's not I was a cool. There was just such a small sample size.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I was nice to everybody.
Yeah.
I was the lowest. I was the lesser evil of all. And it was like I had friends that would like go out to Smoker's Corner, the shop guys. Like I didn't really smoke weed, but I didn't like. That's back when it was like you don't hang out with people that do that, And I was like, I didn't care. I thought it was dumb. So I hung out with the trench coat guys that would like make bongs in sheet metal class,
Yeah.
and then I would hang out with like some of the art kids, as I thought they were interesting. I didn't just like pal around with only athletes.
Right.
I didn't just like if you're on the football team, you're my friend. If not, you're dead to me. You know what I mean? It was like it's such a small. There's like 140 kids in my whole high school, so it was tiny. I think I had like 30 kids in my graduating class.
I had my friend group, and my friend group was friendly with all the other cliques. We were into music and not really much else. Not really much else. Scott?
Yeah, I very much was a floater and also always picked whenever we did sporting things. I'd usually be second or third, so pretty high up there. Did okay. But yeah, I was usually the bounce around. I had friends in every group and was this goof. I got in trouble a lot for that.
I feel like Lern, you spent a lot of time on the phone.
Oh yeah, dude. I had my own phone line. My mom.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh,
My mom knew better. She was like, "This woman is talking her freaking," So yeah, I had my own phone line. I wish I could still remember the phone number.
You had your own phone line.
Yeah.
818-532-1420.
That's right. So I had my answering machine. I remember I recorded No Doubt spider webs. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider web. Like I thought that was so cool.
You're George Costanza. That's funny.
Yeah, I love talking on the phone, and I still do. I only have one friend, Scott. He's in the chat. He is the only person that ever, like, if we call each other, we'll stay on the phone for like 45 minutes. Still. Yeah, we talk once a month.
So you had your own dedicated phone line. Now every kid's got a phone on their hand.
Yeah.
Every high school kid's got a phone in their hand. But yet young people hate making phone calls.
I know. It's so weird.
So a poll found 23% of people under the age of 35 never answer the phone. Never.
I know. Bums me out.
23% of people under the age of 35 never answer the phone.
And when you say answer the phone, you're talking about phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like your phone is ringing.
Like rather text than call.
But I'm saying FaceTime doesn't count.
Right.
With this.
This is phone call.
Yeah, because old folks like
straight. I'm dialing your number and pressing the green button to make a phone call.
I'm just saying, like, if my mom is FaceTime with you, she's probably considering that a phone call. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But a young person does not consider that a phone call.
I don't think they do. I think when you say phone call, they're like, oh, a faceless interaction.
Right.
No thanks.
With a voice. No.
How boring is that? Yeah, I have to hear you.
And I think that's the biggest difference maker. Honestly, I do.
But if you're calling somebody young, you better have a good reason. So 2,000 people were asked to name the most acceptable reasons for calling somebody instead of texting. So now they have it calling and texting.
Okay.
So the most acceptable reasons for calling somebody instead of texting in 2024. Number one, for a general chat. So you just want to catch up and you know they're not working, but if they're under 35, you still might want to text first. Number two is to inform somebody of a death. Yeah, a text is not going to work there.
Nope.
That's the type of news most of us don't want to get via text.
You up? Dad's dead. That's not cool.
An acceptable phone call to show support when somebody's going through a rough time. What about to wish happy birthday? Is a text acceptable?
Yeah.
Probably on the level of closeness.
I think it's acceptable.
Is
They're
a
getting
text
bombarded.
acceptable?
Like if it's your mom or your family, call. But if it's a friend, they're getting bombarded with stuff all day. And yeah, just a little text. I think it's nice.
I love my brother dearly. So our birthdays are 2 days apart. He's the 19th, I'm the 17th. He sent a text, and I made a phone call.
Well, you're the better brother.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You were
Did you do
offended?
it to make that point?
Yes, I did.
You were offended
Yes, I did.
that he texted instead of called,
I noted it.
but you didn't want him to call anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
You're the guy. You don't want to go to the party, but you want the invite.
Yeah, I want it to be my decision if I want to go or not.
You're the guy. You're that guy.
I want it to be on me if I want to go to the party or not. I don't want you to make the decision for me. Okay, when you're running late, yes, that's a phone call. Like you're driving and can't text, or you want to make sure they don't miss your text, call. To book things like a hotel or reservation, okay? To announce positive news like we're pregnant, make a phone call.
You know what's crazier though? When you're talking about booking things, sometimes the phone call actually is not what I want because it's not confirmation or evidence. And what I'm saying is if I'm checking into someplace and they're like, we're not finding you here, sir. What's your confirmation? If I say, well, I talked to somebody on the phone, I got nothing. I got nothing. If I got an email or a text or something, it's probably got some number or confirmation number like that matters.
This is what the poll said. You know, calling in sick to work. Yes, you should make a phone call.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Riz.
Tommy Matter and I can't come in today.
Although I'll take a text.
Oh, you'll take, yeah, you
I'll take a
don't care.
text because I don't want to talk to you.
I hurt my toe.
If you're lost or trying to find somebody, like if you're out somewhere or trying to meet up, they say call.
Yes.
But now you got location sharing. Like, here's where I am.
Yeah, so awesome.
Drop a pin.
Drop a pin, baby. To share a negative health update, make a phone call.
Yeah.
Make a phone call.
Hey, Riz.
Yeah?
Hey, man, I just want to let you know I have diarrhea.
Cool.
Just want to let you know
That is pretty negative.
See you tomorrow, pal.
that toe took
Coming
a
in
turn
anyway.
for the worse.
Click.
Yeah, that diarrhea took a turn.
Yeah, but the other thing with phone calls too, and I think most people are voting them out, voting them down, is because if I don't want to take it in that moment, now there's a chance you're gonna leave me a voicemail. Then I got to deal with that.
Ugh. But you know what? I will say now that they transcribe the voicemail,
It's the best.
It's the best.
It really is because I can just speed read it and delete it.
Yeah, I do. There's one friend I always leave voicemails for because I know he hates it.
Long ones, or just kind of simple ones.
Just one to make it known that somebody has left a voicemail.
Yeah.
When you do it, you should probably do it in such incoherent wording that the transcribing can't be done.
And he has to
So
listen
it's just
to it.
blah, 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 and then they have to listen to something.
Like Garth Algar and Stan Mikita's Donuts.
I consider everyone's voicemail my personal playground. I don't think I've left a straightforward voicemail in
You
the last
don't.
10 years of my life.
You know what? For a long time, when we started the show last year, before you and I knew each other at all, you left me the nicest voicemail, and it was very funny, and I kept it.
You
Kept it
did?
for many months. Yes, I don't think I have it still.
You know what?
Oh,
And
so you
Jeffrey,
lied.
great point on the instant feedback. It's interesting now that we're conditioned now to where anytime the cell phone rings and it's a relative calling, you immediately assume
Oh yeah,
it's bad news.
this is bad.
This is bad.
I don't know if I should pick this up.
Yeah. Especially if
This
it's
isn't
like
gonna be
after
good.
9.
I know that I've said this before, but I'm still a proponent of the phone call. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hold on to the bitter end. And the reason is because if you're my friend, I'm with Moon on any kind of business deal. Shoot me an email or a text for show. I'll call you if I have any questions, and vice versa. But if you're a friend, I like talking I like talking to my friends, and I feel like you never get past a surface level
with a text.
With a text, it's like you're never gonna get to the next thing, or like there's no pivot, like a natural conversation pivot of like, all right, we got through the like, how you been? Good, great. How are the kids? Great.
Or know somebody's true feelings.
Yeah, what's going on in your life? Actually, man, now that you mention it, you never get to those in a text. It's always the standard check-in replies. You don't get in. I think they lack depth. And I like that. I like to have meaningful relationships. I like to have depth in my relationships. So I like calling people because I feel like once you get past the first 3 sentences of like, good, good. And yeah, sometimes it's awkward and you got nothing to say and you don't stay on long. That's okay. But a lot of times I'll still chat. I'll stay on the phone for 30, 45 minutes. No problemo.
What is the average time an adult spends on the phone daily? What do you think?
Daily? Like all collective calls that they've made?
On the phone, yeah. The average adult in 2024 spends how many minutes a day on the phone?
Less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5?
Well, no, I think we're talking about office people, right?
Yeah.
So sales and people that are in offices calling. I'm going to say 41 on average.
I think this is personal.
I think this is personal. This is strictly personal.
It is?
Strict personal.
Yeah, no business.
No business.
Okay, 13.
13.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good
It's a great number. Cool.
That's a good guess. That's a good number.
Scott's actually, Scott stands by the jelly bean jar when he just gives people compliments for their guesses.
Dude, it's like being nice.
What do you
Scott,
got?
what do you think? Average for an adult.
I'll go 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Learn.
Less than 5.
Less than 5. Rafe.
Those minutes can stack pretty quick, though, y'all.
18 minutes.
18
Dang.
minutes. The actual.
Retail price.
The actual time the average American spends on the phone, the average American adult spends on the phone in 2024, 5.5 minutes.
Whoa.
Wow.
What about if they're younger?
Less than that.
It's 0.
Yeah.
It is actually close to 0.
Then they're definitely not counting FaceTime because my teen daughters, they FaceTime with their friends. I mean, and anytime I go in, I'll knock on the door and walk in and talk to my daughter, and she's alone in her bedroom when we're having a conversation, and I realize she's on FaceTime with 2 of her friends.
And they Apple even tricks you.
And I didn't even know it. I'm like, oh, you're on FaceTime? How long you been on FaceTime?
FaceTime audio?
Yeah. FaceTime audio. Oh, you mean a phone call?
Yeah. That's what they call it. My daughter calls me on FaceTime audio.
Well, if they're not together, they hang out on FaceTime. That's what they do. They just kind of sit there and stare at each other and watch.
Somebody says that, somebody on the feedback says they don't even talk sometimes.
Yeah, you just hang
that's
out.
what I'm saying. They're just hanging out. That's how they hang out now if they're not at one another's places.
Huh.
Every time I talk to my sister on the phone, we'll get going on something, and then I always want to like FaceTime my mom in to conference us.
Right.
It's my favorite thing because...
Do you consider that a phone call?
No, I consider that FaceTime. But I love it. I wish so much that we would have had FaceTime in the 90s. I would have been all over it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's so much
Yeah,
fun.
but
I
maybe we
dreamed
wouldn't have
about
had the interactions that we had.
For sure.
We wouldn't actually have to go out and physically see people,
Right.
which had its benefits too. So, yeah, kids don't like the phone calls.
It'll come back.
Because they don't have to like the phone calls.
It'll be retro, just like vinyl.
I went to the speakeasy at Big Chief last Friday night with some friends.
Nice.
And you have to walk through a phone booth, like an old school phone booth, to get up into the speakeasy. Like it's got a false wall, and you kind of walk past it. And it's on the wall is a rotary phone.
Yeah.
And I looked at the other guy I was with. I was like, how long would it take our kids to figure out how to use that?
Dude, that's how you do it. That's how you age gate that particular thing. You make that the code. Just make it a simple code. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, but they have to do it on a rotary.
It was
They're
a
not gonna know
rotary.
what
It
to
was
do.
a rotary phone.
All you have
Like
to
a
do is put
straight
a
up-
sign above it that says, call information.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What does that mean?
They would not know, even though they've probably heard the slang, they would not know to dial
That's better than
411.
checking somebody's ID.
Does 411
Yeah,
still
exactly.
exist?
Dial
Save a lot of
information.
money.
It's the age gate of all age gates, a rotary phone.
Remember,
Who are you calling?
I called 411. It doesn't exist anymore. Usually you could do that and get an operator.
What about the old weather?
Time, weather.
Yeah, the time and weather thing. Remember that?
You know what?
Remember that number?
Anybody get a fake ID?
That was it. That was 411, brother.
Anybody
no,
can
there
go
used
get a
to be
fake ID.
There used to be a full number you can dial too.
But if you want to truly have an age verification at a nightclub or a bar or wherever, have a rotary phone and say you need to dial this number to get in.
See what happens.
Nobody under the age of 21 is figuring that thing out.
Yeah. But I mean, in their defense, we couldn't run a cotton gin.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Things
it's
just
all
disappear.
relative.
Okay, you have a very valid point, Fun. Actually, put a cotton gin in front of me, man. Maybe I can figure it out.
The way to get in the speakeasy is you have to loom yourself a pair of trousers.
That's the next
I
age
guess I
gate.
can't go in.
Put a cotton gin in front of me. Maybe I'll figure it out.
You got it.
Yeah, just have 3 or 4 devices, and they're all age gates, and whichever one you can do, that's the
That's
room.
the party you get
That's
to go
fun.
to.
You going left or right?
Exactly.
Today's Team Riz Rev of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Book your fantasy football draft party this season at Hot Shots. Visit hotshotsnet.com/fantasy. From St. Clair, Missouri, Garen Zingrich is Team Riz Rev of the Day. Garen is a longtime Riz listener, and the show always helps him get back and forth on his 58-mile work commute every day. Loves the dynamic shared between the Riz crew and all the individual styles that each of us bring to the show, especially when we all cut it up with each other. Garen is grateful to the Riz Show for all they do and provide to the local community. Very excited to be part of Team Riz. Garen Zingrich from St. Clair is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. News next. Mega Millions. That's tonight. Jackpot pretty big. A lady pulls a gun when her dog adoption gets denied. And a woman arrested after stabbing a guy in the head with scissors, and he had no idea. This is a wild story.
Damn.
And I'll give you all the details next. It is 7:14. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at the NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to the 29th. We have delays 270 eastbound between 55 and 44. There's also a right-hand shoulder block due to a stalled vehicle 64 eastbound before McKnight. Your point forecast, crazy and dangerous hot. High of 101, index of 110.
This is a swamp ass alert.
It's already 74 at the Point Studio.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. Crowd on Celebrities coming up. Porno birthday. King Scott. He will be in charge today of Do It, Bitch.
Right.
Do It, Bitch. King Scott version.
This is exciting.
I did not know that was happening today.
Oh, yeah, baby. Surprise.
And I forgot to wear thick pants just in case I get on the
That's
losing
right.
team.
That's right. I know during Crap On we'll talk about Oasis getting back together, but I'm just looking at Twitter. People going nuts.
I know. And so we can just give a little preview. So they announced a UK tour of stadiums over there, and they have not ruled out that they may come to the States as well. So that's the next rumor.
So they're just doing stadium tour, like a stadium thing over in the UK. Tickets go on sale Saturday.
People are excited. And
For next year.
they don't know which, like any other original members of Oasis, if they will be accompanying them or if it's just the Gallagher brothers. And
Like they're doing 4 days at Wembley, and they'll sell every one of those days out.
Yep.
Yep.
Donnie Fandango's excited. I saw his tweet yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if he was
The
being...
one that works here?
Yes, our beloved Donnie Fandangus.
The same one that I know?
Donald Falangus?
Donald Falangus.
Ron Fandango?
I think he is excited. We might go to Wembley.
No, when Donnie checks into a hotel, it's under Donnie Falangus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Donald Falangus.
Did you see the email that came over about the Oasis reunion tour?
No.
It was like, the meme was like, the queue for tickets when the Oasis reunion tour sale be like, and it's all these dudes
Oh, with the Oasis hair?
with the Oasis haircuts.
yeah.
It's like all these old guys with Oasis haircuts.
Yeah, people are going nuts as if it's coming here.
Right.
To St.
It
Louis.
might. It may come to the United States. It will definitely not come to St. Louis, but it could come to New York.
Yeah.
Well, people are acting like, oh my God. Like they
coming to Busch
announced
Stadium
a show for Busch Stadium next week.
Right.
Which, okay, I enjoyed the enthusiasm. You know me.
Hey, Mr.
I
Enthusiastic.
love and basking in other people's joy, but come on, let's calm down. Calm down, folks. All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by...
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
Well, of course, it could mean, more music from them. I don't know. We'll see. The boys are getting back together. Mega Millions jackpot tonight. Tonight's drawing. No big deal. $575 million. That's right. This is where I jump in.
Now's the time.
Look out. This is where I jump in.
Odds
Finally
are
play.
astronomically against you. This is the
This
time.
is where I jump
now.
in. This is where I'll start to get the phone calls from my mom going, buy your tickets, your mother. It's your mother, buy some tickets. I guess there was no winner on Friday night, so tonight's jackpot, $575 million. Only 2 people have won the Mega Millions in 2024 so far. This time last year, there were 8 Mega Millions winners. So go out to get your tickets.
Hey, tell me something with lottery stuff, because
Yes, go ahead.
my parents would never, they just would never do
Gamble.
that. Never
Parents
gamble.
aren't gamblers.
Never gamble in any sense. But is there, like, per capita, do you think more New Yorkers play these kind of games than others? It seems like everybody I know from New York talks about the numbers, and like it's like almost seems like
the
a
numbers.
thing.
So the numbers would be like the pick 4 or the pick 3.
I just mean any of it. Playing in general, playing or not playing. Is there? It seems like there's more of the per capita population in New York that plays the lotto.
What state plays the most lottery?
Yeah, I've loitered in front of a lot of gas stations, and I must say Missouri,
And this
decent
is,
amount.
This is just how I thought it would fall. The
Okay.
order.
So no surprises.
No surprises. Florida number 2.
New York,
California number 3, and New York number 1.
New York number 1, Florida, and what was number 3? California.
New York, Florida, California.
So it's all the big
Then Nevada.
states. Texas, probably.
Then Texas. Yeah, it's all the big states. But I wonder if per capita.
Right. I just feel like there's a bigger percentage of New Yorkers that just by standard, by default, play some sort of numbers.
Oh, lottery sales per capita by state. Okay, so this is a more accurate representation. Congratulations to the great state of Kentucky.
Wow.
Followed by Ohio.
So not New York and Florida.
No. Per capita, no. Kentucky, Ohio, Missouri. Yeah! Just like the number on fire. Followed by Illinois. That's why our schools are so good, because we're paying it forward, right?
That's right.
All that lottery money
They're
going to
so
schools. Our
good.
schools are so good.
So this section of the country, more into
like
it.
Yeah.
Indiana's just in between all sorts of gambling.
Yeah, I guess I'll play today.
Yeah?
It inspired you?
Yeah, now that I know that
Now that
everybody
you know
else
that
is
jump
doing
on
it, I'm
in.
jumping in.
That you're in good company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Jump
told you
in,
guys
come on.
earlier this year, I go, I
waste
feel
our money
like
together.
I'm going to win the lottery. I have this weird premonition. I'm going to win the lottery.
Now, this is the state one you're talking about? Or
This is Mega Millions.
and that's national.
That's national, yeah. $575 million. And then we'll go home, we'll fantasize about what we're going to do with the money. Love that game.
I love it.
I love playing that game.
Fantasize with what I'm going to do with the gift that Lern gives us all.
I'll give you all a gift, but as you know, I will not give you.
No, if you declare you're
millions
not
that you
playing
want.
right now, I
You
will
won't?
not give you a gift.
You won't give us millions?
No, I won't give you. I'll buy you something. I'll buy you something really nice.
I
like
thought you
house
promised.
or
Yeah,
a
that's
horse or whatever you want. What do you want? I win. What do you
See,
guys want?
here's the thing. If you didn't say anything, like I'm not playing, I would give you something. But now you are declaring I'm not playing, you ain't getting nothing.
Ooh.
But
Wait,
because
what?
I said I'm playing, you and I can. You will give me something
Because I
something.
vocalized my intention?
Yeah.
Not what my intention
It's
was,
not going to be a surprise.
but the fact that I
I want
vocalized
to. I want to surprise you with something. You can't ask.
Would you be a total dick if you won the lottery?
I'm so
Would you
confused.
come in here and be like, I'm blowing this show up?
So many
Screw
rules.
you all. Or would you be
Well,
really nice?
contractually, I'm obligated to be here another 4 years.
That sucks. Can you imagine being $500 million richer and you still got to get up at 2:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
I can imagine
Screw
it,
that.
yeah.
I think the show would shift a little bit. He'd be walking in at 5:55.
Oh, yeah. Just throw some money at it. Somebody else do it.
Or
You
maybe
know-
buy myself out. I don't know. Buy myself out of the deal. Even your 8-year-old kid has never wanted a dog this much. A woman in Tampa named Dominique Amorosa. She runs this nonprofit. Yesterday was what? National Dog Day?
National Dog
I hope
Day.
y'all gave your dog some extra treats.
Yes. Well, we gave her extra, shall we say, leeway with keeping me up all night last night. She knew it was National Dog Day. Took full advantage. It's almost puppy control. Because we've been talking about puppies and all that stuff. What are we thinking?
Don't do it.
And I know.
Well-
Even the dog was teaching us last night that we don't want that.
This woman named Dominique runs a nonprofit with her mom called Rags to Riches Animal Rescue. And they've been looking for the right person to adopt a 2-year-old pug with special needs.
Aw.
Now, the pug's name is Bluey. Bluey got hit by a car a while back, and he's still happy. He's still full life, but he needs a special wheelchair to get around. I've seen those videos of dogs using the wheelchairs.
Cutest thing
Yeah.
ever.
So sweet.
So sweet. Even makes my black heart melt a little bit. So over the weekend, a woman who wanted to adopt Bluey came in to Dominique's place to check the dog out. It turns out she had other dogs. And when you get a rescue, like when we got the new dog and it was a rescue, they asked, are there any dogs in the house? Do you have a fenced-in yard? They asked a lot of questions to make sure the dog was put into the right house.
Right.
As is this case, this woman was asked, do you have other dogs? Can you accommodate a special needs dog? Turned out it was not a great fit. So Dominique told the woman, this is not going to fit. And the woman responded by pulling out a gun. They were outside when the woman grabbed the gun from the car, cocked it, and then put it to the back of Dominique's head. Made her crouch down and then pressed it up against her temple.
Jeez. I love pugs too, but not willing to kill somebody about it.
Yeah. Dominique screamed, which prompted a neighbor to come outside, call 911. Thankfully, the woman left and nobody was hurt. Police tracked her down, confiscated the gun. Last I heard, she's not been arrested yet, but they're still, deciding on what to charge her with. Dominique says she hopes that they just get her off the streets and called her a very scary person. That's an understatement.
Yeah.
So they're still looking for a good home for Bluey. What if this is just one big,
Promotion.
promotion to get Bluey adopted?
I don't know. I'm on the Midwestern Pug Rescue Facebook page. I subscribe to that so I can see what's up. And there's people, you don't need to be going to this length, I don't think. At
There are
shelters.
plenty of other dogs out there.
There's people that are willing to adopt just if you post a photo of them online and tell their story. You
Yeah.
don't need to be acting like something like this happened.
You ever see somebody get stabbed before? Like actual stabbed?
No.
Like I feel like it to be a very dramatic. What do they say? It's the most personal crime to kind of plunge a sharp object into somebody, and to hear the popping of the skin. I know it's weird to talk about at 7:35 in the morning.
I've been around a stabbing, but I didn't see the stabbing. Saw the aftermath. Bad.
Gnarly,
news.
right?
Very bad.
I never have seen one. I've never been around the aftermath of one. Thank God.
I've stabbed myself by accident.
Yeah, but I mean, really, with a knife.
I
stab somebody.
punctured my belly with a knife, and it was
Whoa.
Whoa,
Weird.
really?
How?
yeah. It was of all places.
Mariah Carey.
Yep, not a great juggler.
I was at I was at the gas station and I was doing this thing and I forget what I did, but somehow I was dropping something and I reacted to catch it, and the knife went whoop, and I didn't feel it, but it did
Was
puncture.
it just the tip?
It was just the tip, and it didn't puncture. I mean, I didn't feel it, but it did puncture. And dude, it was just you saw the split and just the fat. You know what I mean? Just actual flesh. It was so weird. But that sucker was open. I had to butterfly that thing closed, and it took a while.
Well, so there's knifing somebody in soft part of your body, but imagine having to get through bone.
Yee.
Like the force of stabbing somebody in the head.
Right.
We go to Lincoln, Nebraska for the next story. Police were called to a vape shop on Saturday after a person called saying that there was a man in the store with scissors stuck in his head.
Oh, my gosh.
When the officers arrived, it was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This 29-year-old guy said he'd gotten into an argument with a woman named Alyssa when she hit him in the head. The guy thought he'd been hit by the woman's fists. However, when he was later in the vape shop, he was informed, "Sir, there are scissors stuck in your head." He had no idea.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
You don't reach back when you get bopped, like to feel the bump or whatever?
Guess not.
The man was taken to the hospital for obviously his injury. Unless you hit a spot where he just was like,
Can't feel it.
can't
Well, yeah.
feel it.
I mean, I wonder if there's a spot in the skull and in the brain that there's no nerve there or something.
Like, I got a headache, man. Something's going on here.
Or it's so painful that your nervous system overrides it. I don't know.
So he walks into this vape shop with scissors sticking out of his head. I don't know what part of his head, like the base of his skull, that top. I don't know.
The clue should have
Was
been,
it
I mean, he's never vaped in his life. Clue should have been like, what am I doing in a vape shop?
Yeah.
Something might be off with me.
Sir, there are scissors sticking out of your head.
Right.
That explains it.
A serial shoplifter has been arrested again in Florida. 57-year-old guy has been taken into custody for his 75th time. 75th time after targeting a Lowe's store in Clearwater. The guy's name is Mark Brentz. He's accused of switching barcodes on items or scanning cheaper products to avoid paying full price. So, obviously not his first rodeo. Been in prison 11 times, in jail 74 times since 1985. Local law enforcement says they're fed up with with his repeat offenses and will not tolerate his actions. No more. No more, Mark. A guy in Texas is in some trouble after he kidnapped an Uber driver. Did it at gunpoint and forced him to drive to Miami. 23-year-old Miguel Hernandez charged with kidnapping, carjacking, and firearms possession. This poor guy, he's working in Arlington, Texas, Friday night the 16th. Picks up Miguel at 10:30 at night. He ordered a ride to a gas station that was closed. They get to the gas station. Miguel pulls out a gun, demands the driver take him to Miami. More than 1,000 miles away. They get to Florida. The driver managed to get away after they stopped at a store to pick up supplies to kidnap somebody else. Police later found Miguel and arrested him. All right, that's in crime. That's crime news today, guys.
Thank you.
In other news, now this is one of these stories that reminds us, like, yeah, man, we are living in the future. But I don't know how I feel about this. A tech startup in California called Reflect Orbital is planning to use mirrored satellites to sell people sunlight when it's dark out.
To sell people sunlight.
Yeah. So one of the co-founders is a former SpaceX employee. And they're trying to put a constellation of satellites into orbit that can reflect sunlight and direct it anywhere on Earth.
So I can go to the neighbor's house and I'm like, whoa. Like in Alaska, it's winter and the sun's not coming up. But if you go over to the Smith's house, they got a single beam of sunlight coming from a satellite going down there into their windows.
Kinda. Russia actually did a proof of concept decades ago, and it worked. What would the benefit of this be?
Circadian rhythm control if you're living in a dark place. If you're up in the Arctic Circle or something.
It's more of a, like, let's keep big solar farms generating power at night.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
But anybody could go to the website and fill out a, quote, sunshine application. The deadline to apply is October 23rd. You need a pretty big plot of land to get it approved, though. Each patch of sunlight will be 3 miles across.
3 miles.
So it's not like you could just, like an ant,
Right.
with a magnifying glass.
But dude, let's say you got a spot out in the desert or something, and there's no way to utilize it, especially during the night hours.
At night, yeah.
Have a 3 mile wide solar panel, 24 hours a day absorbing and converting energy. That is awesome. This could save us.
Hollywood would like that too.
So it's not clear how much they're planning to charge, but it's not going to be cheap. And don't expect to have sunlight 24 hours a day, at least not yet. For now, you'll get about 4 minutes worth of sun. They're hoping to start their initial test run in late 2025. Here's the
4
CEO
minutes?
for now. For now.
Wow.
Here's the CEO talking about it.
We are putting reflector satellites in space to shine sunlight onto solar farms after dark. Why not shine sunlight on solar farms and power them up after dark so that they can be our only supply of energy? In the future, we're just building a bunch of reflector satellites and putting them in the right orbit and shining them down onto solar farms when peak demand goes up. And everybody gets home from work, they plug in their electric car, we'll fly over, shine sunlight down, and, convert that sunlight into energy.
Sounds like a cool idea. In the wrong hands, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't want a
Power
town to
this time.
sleep.
Yeah.
If you want to punish a place, this is great.
What was that old weapon when they supposedly used, like Galileo's mirror or something like that?
Archimedes.
Archimedes' mirror.
Is that what it was?
Something like that. Remember they would
They did it on Mythbusters.
Yeah, they would reflect sunlight onto ships and burn ships
Yeah.
as they were attacking. Like that was
True.
like an old school laser.
Yeah, true.
Was it
It's burning
convex?
the ants with a magnifying glass.
Yeah, or with a concave mirror or something like that.
That's wild.
Hey, this next story here, these people should have to pay extra if you ask me. Their thrill ride came with bonus thrills. Footage from Six Flags Mexico has gone viral after a bunch of people got stuck in a ride almost 250 feet up in the middle of a huge storm. So the ride is called Supergirl Skyflight or Sky Screamer at some parks. You're on a swing that spins you in circles.
Yeah.
A lot of fairs have them too, but you don't go very high. The Six Flags one hits a max height at 242 feet.
Yeah, we have one of these at our Six Flags.
Yeah, did they call it the Skygirl Skyflight maybe?
I don't
Here.
think so.
So they were at the top, 242 feet up when the ride froze. So they're just dangling for 10 minutes, and there happened to be a torrential downpour at the same time. And the video shows the wind whipping while everybody's, white knuckling it. You can hear people crying and screaming. So yeah,
Jeez.
Oh man, that sucks.
the
But
storm
it is,
got worse as they were being
it
evacuated.
is funny that the one thing you think of, because every ride, I was just at Six Flags, and I'll be honest, every ride you go on, you go, what's the one thing I don't want to have happen here? Every ride, you think the same thing. What's the one thing on this ride I don't want to have happen?
I don't want to get stuck.
don't
This
wanna
is
get
the
stuck
one.
here.
I hope I don't get stuck at the top when there's a lightning storm.
Right. In your metal seat with your metal chain of your swings. Ooh.
Oh God, everybody's okay, which is why it's funny. But
Everybody's all right. Six Flags put out a statement saying it caused some unfortunate moments for a couple visitors, but the ride's back up and running.
It's
All
fun.
good. Get up there, guys.
I ran into a Riz fan in L.A. that was going out to go to their Six Flags. When we got off the plane, she was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan. What are you doing out here?" And she's like, "Me and my husband are going to Six Flags." And I go, "You came to L.A. to go to Six Flags?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm a coaster freak. A coaster aficionado. 212
Different theme parks?
roller coasters."
Oh, roller coasters, huh?
And she said, like 2 years ago, she was at like 14. So that's how many,
Wow, that's a lot of money spent.
right?
I'd love to know
Because-
what she loves the most.
I know. I want to talk to
I
her.
wanna know
told
who's
her to
funding
message
her.
me. 200. I think she said that 214, and that was before she went to this Six Flags because they had a bunch of coasters apparently at this one.
Magic Mountain.
That's
I
not
want to know who's
crazy.
funding her trip.
That's just like anything else. You go to sports games, you go to concerts. It's probably the same. It evens out
Yeah,
to be the
probably.
same price.
I mean, there's
you know?
probably parks that have like 10, 12, 15 coasters, right?
Yeah, so you go to 10 different parks or 20.
Sure.
That's awesome. Six Flags is fun. Like I said, I went earlier this summer with some kids and I did the swings. And it is, you're up there and you're swinging and you kind of go, okay, like, am I going to throw up? Because you're above the trees.
You're putting your faith in somebody else's handiwork.
I know.
She even
Hope
told
everything's
me
all greased up and good to go.
she had the 411 on some stuff, dude. Like, she told me that second car, first row of like the roller coasters where you dangle,
Like with the
Batman?
harnesses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're bigger. So if you're a bigger person or you're like a muscular or a little chunky monkey, your best chance of sitting on
Second
a
car,
coaster.
first row.
Nice.
Second car, first row. And I was like, did not know that. That was not the one I was on when they kicked me off the Batman, I can tell you that.
Is she like writing about her adventures? Has she got like a blog?
I don't know.
or
I told her to
something?
message me, and so if she's
interesting.
listening, I hope that she is still listening and will, because I was like, I'd like to hear about this. I'd like to
that's
hear a little
interesting.
more about this.
Finally, if you want to keep robbers from breaking into your house through, through the broken window in your garage, here's a helpful tip to stop that happening. Blur your house on Google Maps. I didn't realize you could do this. So police in California say homeowners have been blurring the image of their home on Google Maps to discourage burglars from targeting their homes. Yeah, you could do that. So on your computer, enter your address on Google Maps, navigate to Street View, click on the 3 dots, and then select Report a Problem. There you could request to blur something, your home, a person's face, a vehicle, a license plate, anything. Even you, sunbathing naked out in front of your house, King Scott.
It's the best spot to do it.
It doesn't work on mobile. You got to be on a desktop to do this. So Google already blurs sensitive stuff like people's faces and license plates, but that's automated so they can miss something.
Yeah, I was saying not always. Our friend was checking it just a couple weeks ago, and on there's his face standing just like this, watching his dog chase the car.
Yeah.
So the dog is like full view, like this. In
full sprint?
In full sprint action, going towards the Google car, and he's just on the porch going, oh, God.
Well, now think about this. Some people think that Google Maps could be a security issue. If valuables are shown, like you see like the Google satellite or the car goes by and there's like an expensive car in somebody's driveway. Or would-be thieves could scout your place for things like cameras because you get pretty detailed. In weak spots, they could gain entry. On one hand, that would allow tech-savvy thieves to case a neighborhood discreetly, but on the other hand, it's just showing your house. Just like anyone could see it as if they were driving or walking by. Now, the police say blurring your home might make you feel more secure, but could also backfire. Because you go, I wonder why that house is blurred out.
Yeah.
There must be something valuable there.
Right.
That's what the police are saying. Like, yeah. What are they hiding over there? But this still, begs the question, are there any thieves using Google Maps in the first place? And that is unclear. But we do know this. According to the the Department of Justice, home burglaries are exceedingly rare. Fewer than 1% of households experience a burglary, and that number has been dropping steadily for the past 2 decades.
You guys ever been robbed?
No.
When I lived in Shaw Park by the Botanical Gardens, I remember my basement got broken into. We had like it was a 4-family flat, and our basement was all shared with our other tenants. And I don't remember there was just like storage of unimportant things down there. So I don't know.
Somebody got in though, huh?
But somebody got in.
There's a door that like walked out to the back.
Yeah. And that got broken into one time. And I think our neighbors did get some things stolen. But
yeah, it sucks.
It does suck. It just, it's like, okay, to me, it's not even about the possessions. It's about somebody in your house.
Right, and that was always the mind F when my car was broken into. The many times it was
right.
Somebody without permission had their ass in this seat.
Right.
Mm-hmm. My house got broken into when we were kids. My dad stays up late, still does. Like he's just a night owl.
Yeah.
So he was awake and he hears this kind of something on the other side of the wall, and there's the garage has like the garage door, and then there's a door that goes out the back of the garage, and he went up on this little deck thing kind of that we have, and he's just looking, and the door's open, and he sees somebody in there.
Oh man!
And there's a bunch of stuff on the lawn, and I was like,
Dad kick his ass because Dad's a big dude.
And my dad is a big dude, but he doesn't want to kick ass unless he has to.
Somebody in your house is. Justification.
He's in the garage. He's in the garage. And my dad's standing there, and he kind of waits till he gets back towards the back door where the weed whacker and all this stuff's on the lawn, and just goes, "Can I help you?" And this dude, he said he's never seen anybody run faster. Pew! Gone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
A big old man with a giant mustache and big, huge arms saying, "Can I help you?"
I guess
that's enough to deter him from coming back.
I guess once you blur your house on Google, you can't unblur it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want more attention on my house like that. Just let it mesh in to everybody else.
Yes.
Man, you won't be able to tell because the neighbor's house is not available or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it a lot. We have like a shotgun duplex in the basement because the whole length of the house. We let the dogs out the back, and my partner's a lovely person, but not great at securing the home sometimes. Like she'll leave the back door unlocked out to the yard, and the door coming up the stairs into our kitchen also will be unbolted and unlocked when I wake up in the morning. And I'll be like, "Did you leave the house unlocked all night?" And she'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I probably did." And I'm like, Someone could live in the back of our. We don't go in there. It's like all my stuff is stored in there, and there's like enough stuff blocking. I'm like, someone could be like living in our.
And we would never know.
And if they were discreet about it, it would take a while for us to know. So I do a sweep about once a week where I'll go back there with my little mag light, check around, make sure nobody's.
So far, nothing.
So far, nothing.
Just to make sure there's not an extra tenant.
Yeah, just to make
So
sure there's
far,
not a
nothing.
dude like, oh.
Yeah.
How much
Sorry,
you can
dude.
charge him?
Yeah.
Got me.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. But first, we need to pick the teams for Do It Bitch King Scott version. And we're going to give away some fabulous prizes. We've got tickets to go see Rob Zombie with Alice Cooper. Big summer show coming up on Sunday with Ministry and Filter over at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Cage the Elephant with Young the Giant September 12th at the Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see comedian Jim Jeffries. Special guests, our buddy Mark Normand and Dan Soder. Fabulous Fox Theater Friday night, September 13th. And we got tickets to go see The Mighty Guar September 17th over at the pageant. So, Moon, if you would, get the great wheel.
Guar.
So we've got my name up there. We got Moon's name. We got Lern's name. We got Rafe's name. We'll spin the wheel and see the two teams. Let's spin the wheel. Let's get this going here. So we got... All right, so my name came up first.
Okay.
Even the
Who?
wheel knows.
Who, thank you, guys, thank you. Who will be my teammate? It will be me and
Learn.
Right out.
versus Moon and Rafe.
All right.
Okay, so each team will have a gambler and a guesser. The guesser will leave the room. King Scott will give the gamblers a category. The gamblers will go back and forth betting on how many things their teammate will name in that category in 10 seconds. If the gambler thinks the other team has overplayed their hand, they'll say, do it, bitch. The guessers will come back in. We'll see if the guesser could make good on the gamble. We'll play best of 5. Losing team gets shot with the airsoft gun. King Scott,
Yes,
let's
sir.
get 4 people on the horn.
Okay, I'll call him.
And you guys on the phone will pick a side. Team Riz and Learn or Team Moon and Rafe.
Okay.
If you guess correctly, you win your choice of prizes. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Do it, bitch. King Scott version next. There's a video going viral of people's reactions to using a bidet for the first time. I don't know if you guys saw this.
No.
I don't
Like, ooh.
I don't know if I
what
want to
happened?
see people's faces when they're doing that.
I know. I mean, they're you know, it's an experience. You know, everybody remembers their first time, right?
I do. It was, you know what? My first bidet experience was at our old producer house, Carl Middleman. I used his bidet.
Carl, so sophisticated.
He is very sophisticated. And he goes, and I said, I never used one. He goes, please come into our master bathroom and use.
And take a dump.
And take a dump in my master bath. And this was after New Year's Eve. And I had his wife's pajamas on because I was staying the night with Tim. And I went in there and I had my first bidet experience. This had to have been 2017 into 2018.
Wow. And just imagine if there was a camera trained on your face. And you know what? There may have been. I don't know.
Who knows? It was Carl's house, so probably.
He is a good
No.
He's the
No. Carl's a nice guy.
He's the sweetest,
We love
yeah.
Carl.
Yeah, he called the bathroom the Chuck Berry suite.
He did.
Don't know why.
Just I don't know why. Just like Chuck Berry.
Johnny
I
B.
guess.
Good was playing.
So if you wanted to watch slow motion video of people's faces while water is being shut up their butt, Twitter's got you covered.
Man, the internet has it all, doesn't it?
Behold, the magic of the bidet.
It seems like an unnecessary, splashy car wash experience for your bum.
Is there an on button?
Crank up on it.
Just crank it?
Yeah. Oh man, here we go. Wait.
This is like a nice little shower without taking a shower.
The accuracy is pinpoint.
I didn't know you could warm the water up too. That's a nice little touch.
I feel like I need a towel to wipe, not even tissues, because everything's sopping wet. I feel like I gave birth to like 18 water balloons.
Yeah.
That's a perfect description.
That's awesome.
You know, I just realized too, and that's an old word that my mother always used to use that I probably used, but haven't in a while, and now I'm kind of grossed out by it.
Bum?
Sopping.
Oh, sopping.
Sopping wet.
Yeah.
That is a neat
Why
word.
did
It's up
that
there with
sound
moist.
so nasty?
Sopping.
Why did that hit me so wrong?
Sopping.
Right, because he was Talking about his bum.
Yeah, give him
probably talking about his
It was
beehole.
the adjective, what it was
Right.
attached to,
I
probably.
just realized that I've used that word a million times, heard it over,
Sopping wet.
but I don't even know what sopping means.
Soaked. I hate that word too.
Oh, man.
Soaked, sopped.
That one's cool.
Ugh.
I mean, I knew what it means, but I'm just saying, like,
You sop up gravy with a biscuit.
Super
Sop.
Soaker Weekend.
What a weird one.
Let's give away some stuff.
Brought to you by Friedrich HVAC Systems. Get serious about comfort and energy savings with Friedrich. Visit Friedrich.com.
All right, we're playing Do It, Bitch, King Scott version. All right, so King Scott's in charge. So the Great Wheel has decided the teams. It is me and Lern versus Moon and Rafe. So the teams will have a gambler and a guesser. Guesser's going to leave the room. King Scott will give the gamblers a category. They'll go back and forth, betting on how many things their teammate will be able to name in a category in 10 seconds. If the gambler thinks the other team has overplayed their hand, they'll say, do it, bitch. The guessers will come back in. We'll see if the guesser can make good on the gamble. We're playing best of 5. So, Moon and Rafe, who is going to be your first guesser? Who will be your first gambler? We wrote down Team Riz and Lern. We wrote down our gambler and guesser.
Well, we had a very deep conversation for 0 seconds.
You guys didn't talk.
We haven't discussed
You guys have
anything.
not discussed
So
a
why
damn
don't you go
thing.
ahead and pick?
I will gamble.
You will be the first gambler.
Sure.
And Lern will be the first gambler on Team Riz and Lern.
Neat.
Excellent.
A good battle.
Shall I leave?
No, we got to get our, we got to
Oh.
figure out who on the phone.
I forgot.
In case you're wondering, it did say it.
Oh, I would never question.
Did say it.
Don't give away the other things that are written there.
Oh, I need to see it.
Team secrets.
Team Secrets.
Secrets.
Okay, let's get our teammates. Let's go to Kyle. Kyle, Team Riz and Lern or Team Moon and Rafe?
Could I do Moon and Rafe?
All right, Moon and Rafe.
Sucks to be
You
Kyle.
Mike, hello.
What's up, fellas? Moon and Rafe, please.
Moon and Rafe, okay.
What was his name?
That's Mike.
Mike.
Dale.
We will go with Moon and Rafe this morning.
Okay, it looks like we're the underdogs there, Lern.
Huh.
Steve.
I will also go with Moon and Rafe.
Yeah, baby.
Wow. Zero confidence.
Oh, we are going to annihilate.
Pressure's on, dude.
Damn.
Pressure's on.
You know, I'm really
I feel
pissed.
bad for you guys. Like I don't
don't
think
feel bad
we've
at all.
ever had a sweep like that.
Wow.
I don't think we've
Honestly-
ever had 0 betters.
I'm gonna do my best, and then Lern will do her best.
Damn. A lot of pressure on us, bro.
I am not great at this game,
We're
and
either showering.
Nor am I.
Oh, don't.
Oh,
don't.
you're amazing at this game.
You slam us for doing that kind of stuff, making excuses before. But the game hasn't even started yet. Get outside.
This is all
Get
part of the
outside.
Hey,
strategy.
no more. No more hosting. Get out of your own way. Kyle,
Hey,
Mike,
Moon,
Dale, and Steve.
King Scott's in charge of this game. He's got to throw me out.
Get out of there,
All right,
Riz.
thank you. I will.
Come
I will
on.
leave.
Here,
Just farting
Hey.
around now.
get your thinking hat on. Don't be out there gossiping.
Don't listen to that radio out there.
Don't you listen to that radio. All right. Let's
Now-
talk about how we're going to take over the show.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Finally.
All right, he's finally gone. His little sidekick's gone. It's just the three of us now. We own the St. Louis airwaves.
You ready for the Farmer's Almanac report?
Tommy just shot me with
Actually,
a blow
I
dart.
am.
Okay. Well, today's first category for today's Do It Bitch,
Okay.
current streaming services.
Okay, like so a Netflix, a Hulu.
Yeah.
A YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube would count, all that. How many do you think in 10 seconds your teammate could get? And I forgot how we...
I think because we were picked for... Or,
You go
yeah,
first.
I go
then.
first.
Okay, so
I think.
Lern, you're up.
I mean, Scott Rizzuto is a wealthy man who probably has every streaming service at home. So he could say like a Peacock, a Hulu, a Netflix. Yeah, he could do 5.
Okay.
5. Let me see how many I can do. Netflix, Hulu, Disney, YouTube, Tubi, Peacock. Okay, we're getting... 6 is getting...
Max,
Max.
Paramount Plus.
Yep.
I'll go 7.
So you went up to 7?
Went up to 7. Okay, so wait. So Paramount Plus, Hulu, Netflix, Max, Disney Plus,
Tubi.
I don't think Tubi's going to be top of mind for Mooners. I'm going to say Do It, Bitch.
All righty.
All right.
Here we go. Let's call him in. I can't see him. Get him in here. All right, here we go. This is going to be nice and easy. This will be the first.
First of many.
A lot of pressure. Woo-wee. On certain team here to do well, but
All right, Scott.
St. Louis, stay tuned. We'll see.
Moon, you ready with the timer?
Making sure that it doesn't have ads or anything.
Let's get ready to
Should be
sop
good.
it up. We're sopping wet. Let's sop these people with tickets.
Sop them.
All right, Scott.
Well, somebody's going to have to answer 7 in 10 seconds.
All right.
So, I forgot who we...
Oh, Jesus.
I love this already.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So...
Yeah, keep
I'm
going.
just double checking myself.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, this is his
Killing
show.
it.
Don't
Yeah.
be talking about him.
7?
This is his show.
I'm not. I'm setting
Riz.
up the timer.
Yeah.
Moon's up.
All right.
right, cool.
Here,
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
And Moon. Oh, yeah, we're switching.
Be hitting it early.
All right, dude. All right, here we go.
You got this, bro.
May I touch the pig?
Whatever.
May I touch the
Hey,
pig?
your
you can
teammate
touch
wanted
it.
to give you a high five.
That's all right. That's all right.
sorry.
I want him dialed
man.
in. You got this, bro.
All right.
You got this.
I'm feeling it. Feeling good, Lewis.
All right. Mooners, I need you to name at least 7 current streaming services.
Hulu, Disney Plus, Tubi, Netflix, let's see, ESPN, HBO Max. We have, Apple TV Plus. Did I get it?
No.
It was during the
Are you
B. Yeah,
are you
just
sure?
said-
Oh, I'm positive.
Yeah. I had 6.
Did he get Apple or no?
No, it was way past the time.
All right. Nope, he didn't get it then. He got
Dang
6.
it. Sorry.
Whoa.
That's all right.
Sorry, brother.
No, you had it. Once you said Tubi, I thought we were rolling.
Man,
Yeah.
that was good.
That was really good.
That was good.
Seven
You were maybe a
ESPN,
second-
too.
Dang.
You were maybe a second too late on
YouTube.
that.
Yeah, well, I started thinking of MLS season pass and all that, and I was like, no, it's all under Apple.
Yeah.
So I botched it
Impressed.
going down the wrong path there. Oh,
I
well.
could have gotten that, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
right,
Rafe,
well-
Oh, yeah, I got to leave.
out
Rafe, get out. Learn, get out.
Darn it.
Team Riz and Learn up 1. Okay.
Up 1.
King Scott. That's a good question, by the way.
Thank you.
Fist bump.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, man, I should have just thought about my Apple TV. I got it all spread out there. Amazon Prime, I didn't even say that.
All right, here we go.
It's frustrating. The next category is types of fish.
Types of fish.
Yeah, so how many
Types
can
of
your guesser
fish.
get in 10 seconds?
Who starts?
It was Learn last time, so it'll be you.
Oh, yeah, Rafe's got 5.
Types of fish. So
Yeah,
we're looking
types
like
of fish.
bass,
Yeah, all the names, yeah.
perch,
Yeah.
Gold,
gold, sun,
sucker,
cat.
Mono, Placostomus.
All right, Learn can do 6.
Oh, yeah? You
Yeah.
think so, huh? Huh.
I mean, I just thought 3 right off the bat there in like 40 seconds.
Yeah. I know.
That was
Rafe,
great.
I know Rafe can do 7, but let me think. I mean, I'd like to see Learn
I mean-
try for 6.
Rafe's a Southern Illinois boy.
Yeah.
A lot of ponds.
He's probably eaten 5, 6 different
Yeah.
types of fish. You got your sole.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Yeah,
there's a lot of fish.
You got your mahi.
There's a lot of fish, dude.
Although he doesn't seem like a
Yellowfin?
mahi type of guy.
No, there's your fatty tuna,
Yeah, you got your salmon.
your bluefin.
Listen, I do think he can get 7, but I kind of want to put this on you.
I
I
bet
think-
6.
I think she's going to freeze.
Oh,
I do.
come
You
on,
know-
buddy.
you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
Ooh.
buddy.
Listen, he put me on the spot. Maybe I should do it back to him. No, absolutely not. Do it, bitch.
Okay.
Nah, she should get this, but I'm just hoping for a freeze up.
All right, guys. Scott's in charge, so he's going to take it
he's
from here.
gonna talk.
Yes.
Okay,
He's
cool.
going to take it from here, guys.
This one's a big one. The countdown's already started.
So
So good luck.
Resetting the timer. Knock it off.
No, we have Somebody's going to have to guess 6 here.
Okay.
Oh, 6.
Yeah.
You
And
looked at me. It's me.
What?
Is it me?
It's you, Lern.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
You looked directly at me. All
Well,
right.
I looked at him, too.
Okay, 6.
I looked at those muscles.
Oh, no. Okay. That's a weird clap
We'll
you got
learn.
there. All right, let's go.
No, it's not.
It's 6.
It is a weird clap.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
was
kind
a
of put your
beautiful
fingers
clap.
out and you just...
Did I do this? No, I didn't do this.
Hercules, Hercules.
Did I do this?
You did.
That's the New York
All
clap.
right, here we
Very
go.
excited.
We'll learn how many. Actually, I need you to name. Let's see here. Where's it at?
6.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I need you to name at least 6 types of fish.
Bass, grouper, tilapia, a sharkfish, a, let's see. Oh my God, a dolphin is a fish. Dolphin fish, a shark, oh my God!
There it goes.
Dolphin is not a fish.
Nope, it's a mammal.
It is a mammal. But isn't there a dolphin fish you can order at a restaurant and it's kind of like, people are a little upset about
Tuna.
that? Tuna fish, of course.
If it's not dolphin.
Salmon, what a bitch. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I eat.
You just cooked your tuna.
I just had tuna
You
steaks
got
the other day.
grouper. Like, you went grouper, tilapia. I was like, dang, she's going to get
I
six.
know. You were
I thought
on
you were
it.
going to roll through that.
You know what I did? I went from the pan to the sea, and I shouldn't have said it. I should have stayed in the pan.
Honestly, when he said fish, and my brain went to Southern Illinois. Your dad in Southern Illinois. I'm like, she's about to just rattle off.
I know,
some
I
stuff
could have
that's
done
gonna blow
frickin'
everybody's mind.
I brought that up. I was like, Rafe's a Southern Illinois boy. He's
Bluegill,
gonna
dude.
kill this.
Oh, there was going to be
Gosh,
perch,
damn it.
crappie, all kinds of crazy fish coming out of my mouth.
I went straight to the ocean. I did not go to Carlisle Lake.
I
and I should
predicted
have.
this.
You did
this.
right.
You predicted nothing.
Ristradamus.
You said that she'd
Mooner
get
is-
6.
Yes, I did. Okay, let's go.
Well,
Mooner
shit.
All right, we're evened up.
Yep, evened up.
What
And
the cuss?
only through failure, guys. No one's done good yet. We're all even through everyone's shortcomings.
Well, it gets easier from here on.
Hold up. I do want to. I'm pushing back on dolphin fish. Hold up.
You can push back. You still only got 5.
Yeah, you still got 5.
I did.
Yeah.
But you can push back. if
Yeah,
you want.
mahi is also called dolphin fish.
Didn't know that.
Okay.
We'll give it to you. Still had 5.
Yep. I mean, fish. Maybe there's one called
Said
fish.
shark twice.
I did say shark twice. That's okay.
I believe in you. I'm just
Hey.
upset. Catfish.
Our friendship is over for this game right now.
Well,
Okay, it's okay.
I'm a little upset from a Southern Illinois standpoint.
Me
that
as
you didn't
well.
rattle
I'm
off.
upset with myself.
I was mad that he let it go that low. Anyway.
Alrighty, the next category is going to be much, much easier.
Okay. You also were just talking about cats in the hallway.
It's true.
Oh, man. Catfish. I can't believe you didn't get catfish.
Catfish, come on. Next category is Nicolas Cage movies.
Oh.
Okay, let's see.
Learn, you're up first.
Yes, I mean, this is a Nick Cage fan. He loves Nick Cage. I think he could do.
Who went first out of them?
Moon.
Okay. Nick Cage, like Night at the Museum, is that him?
Nope.
No, that's Ben Stiller. Oh, no. True Lies.
Also not Nick Cage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Face Off is what I meant.
There we go.
There we go.
Now you're wrong.
Oh, no. Let's do 3. Let's go 3 for Riz.
Okay.
Tough category for me.
I figured this.
Adaptation.
Yeah, that's a beautiful film.
Man.
It could happen to you.
5.
So you want 5?
5 Nick Cage movies. What would Moon think of? I think he's gonna get hung up. I think 5. Do it, bitch.
Okay. Ooh, dang it. All right. In we go.
Here we go, guys.
Here we go. Galaxy, here we
Wow,
go.
talking about stuff outside. Mainly
Right.
you guys.
Oh, really?
All
Yeah.
bad.
Cool.
That's good.
Don't know why
Because
that has to be a thing, but
But it's all bad because
Samesies.
the game's tied,
Yes, it is.
and now somebody's about to take the lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll find out in a second. You're welcome.
Good job hosting, buddy.
Thank you. Thank
cool
you.
host.
So,
The game is about to continue.
yes, it is. How about
Yes,
it?
come on.
No, the number is 5.
Yeah.
The number is 5.
And the number shall be 5.
And
5 is the number.
and Moon, you're up.
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Yes.
All right.
Let's switcheroos, skis.
Good job, Lern.
Hey, yeah, cool, man.
You know what? You
Super
can't
cool
win if you
job.
don't bet.
The number is 5.
5 shall be the number.
5 shall be the number.
Let it be known.
4 is right out.
So,
6 is too many.
Moon, I need you to name at least 5 Nicolas Cage movies.
Face Off, Con Air, Renfeld. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Bees.
Yes. Yes.
Nicholas
We're on
Cage.
the roll.
man.
Come on.
I don't like that guy.
Adaptation.
Racing Arizona.
Yeah, Raising Arizona.
It could happen to you.
It was
National Treasure 1, too.
Yeah.
I was
Weatherman.
trying to get him to 6, and I think he could probably rattle off 8. He's a movie guy.
I didn't think so. It took me a hard. I was
Yeah,
having a
I'm
hard time
shocked
doing
she
it.
didn't bet on him.
I should have got that.
Good
I shoulda
job.
got that.
5 was my
Would you have
ceiling.
known more than 6?
I probably would have folded under the pressure.
That was my failure. The Weatherman.
Honesty. I like that.
What was the other one? Was it
Face Off.
adaptation? I said Face
Adaptation.
Off.
Adaptation.
Yeah, we said
That's
adaptation.
Dang it. I should have known that. That is on me. I apologize. I'm sorry for letting you
It's
down.
all good. We were back against the wall. I knew the movie phone over here would be able to rattle off a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
But I knew it'd be a tough one. You only made a few movies.
Oh, yeah.
Here we
leaving
go.
Las Vegas.
Here we go. Okay, bye.
Riz and Lern up 2-1.
Darn.
Rafe and Lern leave the room. The gamblers are at it.
Yes, they are.
Myself and Moon. King Scott is the host.
And Moon is going to go first here.
It's a
And the
mustache.
next-
I'm missing my mustache. That's
Oh, you think that's what it is?
I think
It's
it
holding
is.
it back?
I shaved it, and I'm Samson.
You don't have
over
your
here.
thinking cap on today? This is problematic.
Okay, here we
So,
go.
the next category is colleges in the United States.
Colleges.
Colleges.
Yeah.
So we're not counting just unis. We're counting
all of it.
St. Louis Community College.
Yeah.
All of them.
Now we're counting branches, because what if he gets hung up and says Florissant Valley, Merrimack? You know, because they're all branches of the same college. Do you understand?
Are they?
Yeah,
I guess-
Flo
yeah,
Valley,
but they're-
Merrimack. Those are all St. Louis Community College. You have what if you say?
But they're different buildings with different.
What if he
deans or-
says Missouri and then says UMSL? You know, the same as University of Missouri St. Louis, University of Missouri Kansas City, University of
I think
Missouri.
they're different schools.
Okay, so let's count them as different schools, according to King Scott.
Okay, great.
Sound good?
Moon?
Sounds good. I begin?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I think
How many colleges?
I think he's got 7.
You think Rafe's got 7?
I do. Give it to me. Come on. Come on, you ain't got no
I learned
faith.
it's got 8.
Oh, is that a fact?
I learned it's got 8.
Is that a
Yeah.
fact? With the football fandom, is that what's going to come out
Got
here?
8.
Man, I want to see somebody get something, and
You want it to be you.
I think
yeah.
Lern can rattle off 8 colleges.
You really think so?
I think so.
No, I don't think you think so. I think you're actually trying to push me up to 9, which is just dangerous. So do it, B.
Okay. Ooh. I think she's got it.
I don't
Honestly,
think you even have the faith.
I'm honestly confident.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she's gonna. Before you bring them in, I think she's gonna rattle off like 4 or 5 real quick.
Yeah, and then we'll see.
And then it's questionable.
Yep.
We're having fun in here, guys. This is
you're
a good.
having a good time?
We are.
Yeah.
We're having a good time.
Man.
Having a great time.
Your debates are
We
a
were
lot
having a
longer than
really
ours.
productive time in the.
Oh, really? I feel like
that was quick.
Yeah, I feel like
that was
we're-
pretty quick. You guys were
I thought it was
extremely long
very
last
quick.
time.
Well, no, it took him a long time to tell us the category.
okay. Oh,
We had an entire
We
conversation.
had one
about,
bid.
about every alien movie.
She went 3, I went 5. It was over. We skipped the 4.
It
Well,
was fun.
here we go. Scott,
Well, we're at 8.
8
It's going to be
is the number.
That's a big number.
Here we
We
go.
got 8, and Lern, you're up.
Okay, great.
Sweet.
8? Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, let's
What?
calm down.
Sweet.
Let's calm down. Hysterical woman alert.
Rafe is over there like, I didn't have to do anything. Sweet.
All right,
You're
Lern.
doing great.
In 10 seconds, I
Yeah.
need you to name at least 8 colleges in the United States.
ISU, SIUE, SIU Carbondale, Truman State, Harvard, Penn State, Yale, as well as Merrimack, Mizzou, and Swick.
Boom.
Oh, she killed it.
Boom. Wow. I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
I knew it.
Wow.
I knew it.
She got 8 and 9 at the last moment.
Wow.
At the buzzer.
Wow, Lern.
Now,
Whoa.
what's ISU?
Illinois State University. It's where I went.
Yeah. That was close.
That was
Yeah,
great.
baby.
That was a great job.
And
think
you know what?
What?
Guess what? Nobody gets tickets.
Yeah,
'cause you
suck
all
it, Dale.
You think you could have done 9?
suck.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, let me hit Kyle, Mike, Dale, Steve. You're dead.
Suck
to me.
it.
Man.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Wow, that was awesome.
I'll let you down on
That
2
was a-
rounds.
Dang.
Wild turn of
MVP.
events.
Good job.
Thanks, pal. Whoa.
Good job, dude.
Hey, you all did great.
Good
She's
job.
shaking. Look at
I
her.
don't.
Yes.
Good job.
Oh, yes. Her nerves are in it. She was.
I don't want any more dents in this butt, dude. Like, it hurts.
You did it. Well, listen.
No denty
You did
butt.
great.
Yes.
Let's spin the wheel to see if King Scott is going to have his
Oh, we
shot
don't need
as
to do
well.
it this time.
I'd love to see him shot.
And you're
Just so
getting
you
a
know,
shot. You're getting a
and you are-
shot.
Yeah, he is getting
Okay,
shot.
cool.
That's what you get.
Great.
That's what you
I
get.
swear the host
Well,
always
listen.
gets shot.
You'll have a stay of execution because after the break, we got crap on celebrities. I also love the fact that everybody bet against us and nobody gets any tickets.
I
love
do.
that.
Yeah, you're having a great day.
That is a good feeling when you're the underbid team. Not a good feeling to get shot in the ass.
Oh,
though.
when you
So I'm
deliver
not-
when there's no pressure,
Yeah.
it is a good feeling.
What do you mean?
There was all the pressure.
On me?
Yeah, there's no pressure on you guys if no one was picking you.
Oh, yeah. Well, still, I mean, I don't want a shot in the ass. And
Listen, winning is winning. Not getting shot is not getting shot. You
Yes.
guys crushed it. That was awesome. You smoked
Yeah,
us.
that was impressive.
You smoked us. No ifs, ands, or buts.
yeah.
Good
no
job,
butts
Lern.
on this side either.
Good job, Lern.
Glad butts over here.
All right. Crap on after the break. It's 8:30. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. Experience the thrill of nitro-fueled racing at NHRA Midwest Nationals. Come see your favorite drag racers at WWT Raceway from September 27th to September 29th. We have delays 270 eastbound between 44 and Ladue. Further south, still delays 270 eastbound between 55 and Big Bend. Today, crazy and dangerous hot, high of 101, heat index of 110.
This is a Swamp Ass Alert.
Right now, it's 80 at the Point Studio.
Let's get this airsoft gun thing out of the way. Hey, remember the Pick'em Challenge starts next Thursday. Mm-hmm. Riz Show versus Fastlane. So make sure you re-sign up for the Pick'em Challenge on 1057thepoint.com/Riz. And again, first official game of the year is next Thursday. Who's playing?
Ravens Chiefs.
That's right. Is it the Brazil game?
No, it's at Arrowhead. I was trying to rally for us
that's
to go.
right. Isn't the first?
It's the home opener, baby.
Aren't a couple teams playing in Brazil this weekend?
Oh, I don't know. I know the Thursday game is maybe there's a game before that that I didn't know about.
I thought
I
that's a
know
Brazil
Thursday night
game.
football is Ravens Chiefs because I was trying to get us to go and get Friday off, but it did not get cleared through the proper channels.
Yeah, it would have been fun. All right, so let's get King Scott, Rafe, and Moon up against the wall.
Okay.
Myself
Sit
and
this one
Lern
out.
victorious. And do it, bitch. So let's get these shots out of the way. All right. Hang on 1 second. All right, enough of this music.
I think we should each get one of these and a chance to block.
And a chance to what?
Chance to block.
He wants
Oh,
a
you can't block?
He wants a chance to block.
You can't block?
Yeah, leave that chair right there. It's fine. It's
I think I'll do the shooting today.
if we left the chair there,
I'll shoot. I'll shoot.
who you gonna
Lern
shoot?
was really the MVP here.
Hang on, I'm angling our cameras.
I got thin pants on.
I'm
today,
not going
too.
to tell you who I'm shooting
of all
first.
times.
Okay. Here, I will do color commentary.
You got something in your pockets there, Moon?
No.
I'm not telling you who I'm shooting first.
Okay.
Will we know?
How will we know that?
I would say out of all of them, Rafe has maybe the thickest pants on.
3, 2.
All right, there goes Moon.
All day, I'll tell you what. It's far. It's
All right, Moon down.
Who's it going to be next? Is it going to be
I don't
Scott
know.
or Rafe?
Oh, Scott.
2, 3, 2.
Oh, there's a little bit of underbutt.
Oh, no, we got a jam. Oh, God.
Ow!
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there goes.
There it goes.
There it goes.
Oh man.
Rafe, Lern, you want to?
No, please, you're on a roll here,
Who's it
Queen.
going to be?
Man, I got a headache.
Oh, man.
He was right by a
You know
seam.
what?
Almost got a seam.
The Lord does not want Rafe Williams' butt. Oh, never mind. Okay.
The Lord changed his mind.
The Lord
God bless it.
changeth His mindeth.
Man.
Oh.
Can you rub it?
He doesn't do
You want me to
countdowns or
rub it?
nothing. He just gives it to you raw dog.
I know he doesn't count it.
Don't you like it that way?
I don't know. Man.
Not
I don't like it
particularly,
anyway.
no.
Because
I was in the middle of a conversation.
I built it up.
Well, you know, this way you're relaxed.
I guess you're right. Maybe
Yeah.
not knowing.
Not knowing. I mean, when you know you're going to get shot with the airsoft
The
gun.
dry
you tense
fires
up.
are not fun. I'll tell you that.
No, certainly not. But well done, Scott, in your first hosting for.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
All right, today is August 27th. Back in the day, 69 years ago, 1955, the first edition of the Guinness Book of World Records was published. 60 years ago, 1964, Disney releases Mary Poppins, featuring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. And I guess Julie Andrews won an Academy Award for Best Actress for Mary Poppins. And they said that Dick Van Dyke's Cockney accent, probably the worst of all time in cinema history.
Yeah, but kids don't notice that.
Kids don't know that.
Loved him in that movie.
57 years ago, 1967, Brian Epstein, manager of the Beatles, found dead in his London flat from an overdose of sleeping pills. 34 years ago, 1990, the great Stevie Ray Vaughan and members of Eric Clapton's entourage die in a helicopter crash in East Troy, Wisconsin. What a tragedy. 33 years ago today, 1991, Pearl Jam puts out 10. And 17 years ago in 2007, Michael Vick pleads guilty in his dogfighting case. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And we start with this. The rumors are true. Oasis is reuniting for a tour next year. The Gallagher brothers have announced 14 UK and Ireland stadium and outdoor dates, ranging from July 4th of next year in Wales to Dublin in August of next year. Tickets go on sale for those dates this Saturday. And for fans here in the U.S., the press release announcing the tour says plans are underway for Oasis Live 25 to go to other continents outside of Europe later next year. And of course, it's not really sure who else besides Liam and Noel Gallagher are going to be in this version of Oasis.
Nobody cares about anybody else.
And nobody else cares.
Nobody cares about anybody else. If the two brothers are doing it, that's all that matters.
Right.
No offense to the other guys. Great musicians, great band.
But nobody ever talked about them.
But it's the Liam and Noel show.
So the tour will be the first time that Liam and Noel Gallagher have played on stage together since August 22nd, 2009 in London. So it's pretty interesting.
Here's a piece of the announcement on the Oasis official X page.
Me and him are like telepathic, you know what I mean? I know my brother better than anybody else. When both come together, we have greatness.
Yeah, I never got to see them in concert together. Yeah, cool. I hope they come stateside. I'm a fan.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I saw this yesterday and I was devastated for her. Mariah Carey's mother, Patricia, and her sister, Allison, died on the same day over the weekend.
Whoa.
In a statement...
Not together, though.
Not together. In a statement to People magazine, the star said, "My heart is broken that I've lost my mother this past weekend. Sadly, in a tragic turn of events, my sister also lost her life on the same day. I feel blessed that I was able to spend the last week with my mom before she passed, and I appreciate everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during this impossible time."
Wait, what happened?
Mariah Carey's mom and sister died on the same day.
Right, but the mom was sick, and she said that she spent the last week with her.
Right.
Yeah, the sister...
How did the sister pass?
The sister was estranged, right?
They were estranged. Details of death were not immediately released. We don't really know what happened to the sister yet.
What the heck?
But her relationship with both her mother and sister have been complicated over the year. Like her sister sued her after her autobiography came out. And so... still tumultuous relationship with a sibling, still very painful when they pass. So anyway, I think that's terrible. Same day. Awful.
Dang.
Shinedown's third hot sauce, Attention Mango Habanero, is now on sale. You can get that online. In TV news, Matthew Fox has joined the cast of Yellowstone, the spinoff series The Madison. We found this out last week that Michelle Pfeiffer and Patrick J. Adams are among the casts already booked for the series from Taylor Sheridan.
Man, there are so many little branches off that Yellowstone.
Matthew Fox from Lost.
Yeah.
Party of Five?
Mm-hmm.
Matthew
Party
Fox?
5, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so what is there? 1880 something or other?
Yeah, 1923 with Harrison Ford.
What's the one Samuel Elliott's in?
Samuel Elliott.
Samuel
Elliott.
I've never heard anyone call him Samuel.
Well,
Samuel.
It's the formal.
L. Elliott. He's in the 1883 one, I think, which is the Tim McGraw one.
Mm-hmm.
The Tim McGraw Faith Hill one.
Speaking of, you guys watch Horizon yet on Max? It was funny because Tim realized that it was on there because I think last Fridays whenever Kevin Costner put it on Max, and he's like, "Oh, Horizon." And I'm like, "You guys with your Kevin Costner boners. Like, everybody knows that movie sucks."
No.
Well, we don't
And
know
you
that.
guys
No,
are
I don't
all
know that
like,
it sucks.
It was essentially straight to streaming because the sales were so terrible.
Well,
He
doesn't
did
mean
that
it
too.
sucks.
He
The
wants to
movie
get the
sucks,
other
yeah.
ones made. I wouldn't be surprised if it's good. It just didn't draw an audience. I haven't watched it, though. It might
But you
suck.
are going to watch it?
It's not top of mind, but probably.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Horizon Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see.
It's
Let's
pretty.
see.
We did this, yeah.
No, did we?
You did.
Then tell us what it is.
I don't know. It's like 23%.
No.
What is it?
Wrong. 49%.
Okay, all right.
Hey,
But-
that's significantly.
But 70%
better.
audience.
There we go.
It's Kevin
Listen,
Costner on a horse.
It's a setup, man.
Explain it to me. Mansplain this, okay? Why wouldn't you guys go see the Kevin Costner Horizon movie when it was in theaters if you're so excited, but whenever it hits Max, now we're excited?
I don't like
It's
going to-
free.
I was inconvenienced.
And they pulled it out very quickly.
Wait, why do you watch any movie that streams that you didn't go see in a
I'm
theater?
just saying, the Kevin Costner boner that you all have. I sat here when that preview, I specifically remember last year, I have a video of it. When that preview came out last year or earlier this year, you guys, before the show started, all stopped and it went still in here. And you guys watched the preview and
Well,
you were
we
excited.
like westerns.
And then nobody went to see it. And now it's on streaming and you
Yeah.
still haven't watched it. I'm just
just
wondering.
came out.
It's ethnography of the men. All right. Anyway, I'm
We're
sorry.
complicated.
Here's your first look at the family from Comedy Central's upcoming animated series, Everybody Still Hates Chris. You can see this on our website. The animated series is based on Chris Rock's life and will debut in late September on Comedy Central. So if you're a fan of his, animated.
That was a show for a long time. Everybody hates Chris.
Yes, but this is animated.
This is animated. Okay.
Yes, it's a little different.
The show was good. That was Terry Crews was the dad?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You never saw it, Moon?
No,
Oh, it was good.
I heard it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it was cute. I mean, it was
Nice. I love Chris Rock. A piece of television history could be yours. This is actually a really cool auction. We talk about auctions pretty much every week because there's all sorts of famous stuff that's being thrown up on websites. If you are a fan of Friends, you can get all sorts of different things. Julian's Auctions is hosting an exclusive event on September 23rd in LA that you can go to juliansauctions.com. The iconic orange couch from Central Perk, the coffee shop that the Friends all hang out at, that is up for grabs, as well are clothing worn by Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston's characters, with many of the different cameo characters that came on the set, which is neat. Matthew Perry, the late Matthew Perry's signature sweaters are up there. Lisa Kudrow's denim coat with faux fur. There's furniture from David Schwimmer's house. It's cool.
A lot of that stuff seems super cool, but like the practicality
You
of the
can't do it.
couch sucks. It sucks because then if the more you use it, the more it just degrades.
You
Right.
can't sit on it.
And if you want to sell it, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
I think
Right.
people,
Pivot.
common people would buy it. And I went to the website and looked at some things, and there's like a phrenology skull that was in David Schwimmer's apartment that's for
yeah.
$100.
See,
I would
that
love
stuff is
that.
cool as heck.
Yeah.
Get on it.
The little
I'm going
stuff
to.
that you can like adorn your living room with
Right.
and all that. The furniture just seems a little bit odd, but I got a buddy who did that on a lost auction, and he got the key from the briefcase.
That's sweet.
And it's the coolest freaking thing because he
Yeah,
can.
but you don't need a lot of room for that.
Yeah, he can pack it away.
Right.
He can wear it on a necklace to a special event. I mean, there's
You
like
can stick it in random
there's
doors.
cool stuff. There's cool
You know
stuff
it.
you can do with it. Hey, I hate to go back for a second, but Chris Rock, by the way, he is in this season that I'm in right now for Fargo. Man, it's pretty cool seeing Chris Rock play a character that you never ever would expect him to play.
Is he
I need
mean?
to
White
start
guy.
watching that.
He's playing a white guy. He's playing an Italian. No, he's playing a gangster from 1950, and it's really cool. He's like the head.
He's not the best actor.
He's not the best actor, but I really.
He's not.
Is he just always Chris Rock no matter what?
He's kind of always Chris Rock, even in this. But at the same time, it's very cool seeing this type of character be portrayed in this way.
It's hard to see him as nothing other than a comedian.
But at the same time, you're cheering for him, even though you know it's like 80%.
Remember, he was in one of the Saw movies.
I've never
was?
seen the Saw movie.
Yeah,
He was
I've
all
only
right
seen
in
the
that.
first one.
he was a
I
cop, right?
forgot
Or
that, but yeah,
detective.
he was okay in that.
He's better than we're giving him credit for.
Oh, I love Chris Rock. I'm a fan.
Yeah, ever seen Grown Ups?
Yeah, masterpiece.
No, because it's trash.
Well, with that, moving into movies, Alex Proyas, who is the person who directed the original Crow back in 1994, said he was never happy about the remake. And in recent days, he's been retweeting some of the bad reviews from the new Crow, and he's really happy about how it completely flopped. He says,
I think that's kind of a dick move, I'll be honest with you. You don't need to pile on.
I do too. That's so low. It's so
but
lame.
He didn't want it to be reimagined. He said, Mark's safe from seeing Crow 2024 today. He also said, wow, box office is a bloodbath. I thought the remake was a cynical cash grab. Not much cash to grab, it seems.
It's such a douche move, dude. Listen, even if he's totally right, it takes a lot of people to make a movie, and he's crapping on a lot of people getting a job. You know what I mean? Like, what does it have to do with him? if they decide to do a remake or not. That's not your business. It has nothing to do with you.
I get it, but also he artistically designed by directing the original that was so well done that everybody who was a fan was so jacked about. And so I think that he's, why touch perfection,
Well, that's fine.
Up to him.
But leave it there. And that has nothing, this has nothing to do with you. Now he's injected
I would think
himself
it's a
into
professional
it.
courtesy.
It is a professional courtesy to not say something.
Not do that.
But
You don't need to. I'm sure the director of this new one already feels bad enough.
Yeah, well, it's just a douche move. man. That's
And he
lame.
did the
Just so
work,
petty.
like you said, to get people jobs.
But you love Martin Scorsese.
If you like the Schadenfreude of this guy, let him have it by himself.
I do love Martin Scorsese.
He dumps all over all the Marvel movies.
And I've said, you sound like an old man.
Oh, okay.
Whereas this guy sounds like a little teenage girl.
maybe he is. Maybe he's. I don't know. I think he's still living in the 90s.
This
and
is something you do in
he's
middle
taking
school.
the side of the people like me that are completely against any remake. I don't know. Beetlejuice might not be getting on Hot Ones, but Michael Keaton sat down with his Beetlejuice character to interview Beetlejuice on Not Ones. And essentially, it's set up the exact same way as Hot Ones with the interview. You see Michael Keaton and then you see
Very
Beetlejuice,
funny.
the character. It was so funny.
But they're eating celery?
They're eating all sorts
Nice.
of ribs.
Beetlejuice is eating chicken wings.
He's eating
And
spicy
he's throwing
ribs.
them. He's throwing the bones and stuff like that. It's very funny.
It is really good to see. Beetlejuice hits theaters on September 6th. Rest in peace to former WWE legend Sid Vicious, also known as Psycho Sid. He's passed away at the age of 63. His family confirmed that the wrestling icon had battled cancer for the last several years. He was a man of strength, kindness, and love, and his presence will be greatly missed. His son Gunnar said in a statement, "We appreciate your thoughts and prayers as we grieve this loss." Sid, whose real name was Sid Udi, began wrestling in the 1980s, went on to take some of the biggest matches of all time at WrestleMania. He was known for rivalries with Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker,
he was
and
a big
more.
name.
And
Sid
his
Vicious.
final match was against Paul Rosenberg in August 2017 as part of the Great North Wrestling. He's survived by his two sons, Frank and Gunnar, and his wife, Sabrina. O.J. Simpson was cremated, and now he's in jewelry. His lawyer says the remains of O.J. have been made into cremation jewelry and were given to his 4 kids, which include Sydney and Justin, who were both just under the age of 10 when their mom, Nicole Brown Simpson, was murdered. And he also has 2 other children, Arnell and Jason, with his first wife. And so now all 4 children have their dad in ash form in some necklaces.
What a tribute.
And finally, with Oasis reuniting over in the UK, I thought, why don't we talk about the top 10 best Oasis songs of all time? You're going to get some of these, but some of them you don't know because none of these made the radio.
Number 1 is Don't Look Back in Anger.
That is number 3.
Then they're going to say Wonderwall.
Wonderwall's number 4.
And they're going to say Champagne Supernova.
That is number 1.
Champagne Supernova, if we played it for the first time over in Ballwind days, and just kind of randomly, it's the simplest example of songwriting maybe the 90s has to give.
And that's one of those songs.
It's
either that or-
lengthy, it's drony.
That or Wonderwall. It's
But
like
it's-
3 chords.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
And a bro could learn it on an acoustic guitar and bring it to a
Exactly.
party.
Anyone can play it. Anyone
And all
can
the girls
sing
would
it.
be,
It's recognizable, but it feels good, and you can repeat it 3 or 4 times and still feel good. It's like very old school classic songwriting. It's
I love
Don't
that
Look
song.
Back in Anger is the best. And then followed by Live Forever.
Live Forever, not on this list.
Live Forever was the first one, right? The very first single that we were introduced to.
Supersonic was the first one.
Supersonic is number
Supersonic.
2.
Supersonic was the
How's
first
that go?
single.
It's number 2.
Gin and tonic. Supersonic.
Another one off of, I think it was their second or third record, was Don't Go Away.
Don't go away. What's the story? Morning Glory. It's a great song.
dang.
No.
Yeah.
So
Rock and Roll Star.
Rock and Roll Star is number 6. What else you got? The rest of these I did not know.
Like I'm a fan. I like Oasis a lot.
So-
I'm a big fan.
Number 10, She's Electric.
Okay.
Boogie,
Number-
woogie, woogie.
Number 9, Go Let It Out. That was
Okay.
a newer one. Cigarettes and Alcohol, number 7. And the last one that we didn't get, Asquiesce, number 5.
Acquiesce, yeah.
Yes.
That's one of the newer kind of.
Is it? But your number 1 Oasis
Later in the
song
catalog.
is Champagne Supernova, and that is your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Ariana Greenblatt, that's Tiny Tina in the Borderlands movie. Also in the, she's in the Barbie movie as America Ferrera's teenage daughter, Sasha. She's 17. Eller Coltrane from Boyhood is 30. Alexa Pena Vega is Killjoy and Machete Kills, and also in Nashville. She's also Carmen from the Spy Kids movie. She's 36. Patrick J. Adams. That's Mike from Suits is 43. Aaron Paul, Jesse from Breaking Bad is 45. Sarah Chalk, Dr. Elliot Reed on Scrubs is 48. Mace is 49. Jimmy Pop from Bloodhound Gang is 52. The Great Khali, WWE star who played the enormous dude in Get Smart and MacGruber, also in The Longest Yard from Adam Sandler, is 52.
Yeah, interesting looking guy.
Mm-hmm. Tony?
You know the Great Khali?
You know this guy. You've seen him.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a weird looking face. Weird shape.
Almost
Yeah,
like
I mean, he
Marfan's looking face.
Yeah, he looks like has some extra
He's got a big
testosterone.
Chin. Yeah. A big dude.
We put him in a bodysuit for a long time. Do you remember that?
Oh, he's 7'1"? Damn.
He didn't have muscles, so they put him in like a gorilla suit, kind of like a fake muscle suit.
They did?
No way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's cool looking. He is 52. Tony Canal from No Doubt. I think Adrian just had a birthday yesterday.
I know.
And Tony is now 54. Colt Ford. It says he's a hick hop artist. I've never heard that term, but that's brilliant. He's 55. Chandra Wilson, Dr. Miranda Bailey on Grey's Anatomy is 55. Cesar Milan, the dog whisperer, is 55. Bobo from Cypress Hill is 56. Glenn Matlock from the Sex Pistols is 68. Alex Lifeson from Rush is 71. Sergeant Slaughter, old school WWF star, G.I. Joe action figure and innovator of the Cobra Clutch, is 76. Barbara Bach, that's wife of Ringo Starr, is 77. And that's all I got. Go ahead.
All right. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Aiden Starr. And today's birthday girl has been in 995 fine films, including Addicted to Boobs 6, The Altar of Aphrodite, Badass Black Mama Jammas, His Booty is My Duty 2, Kung Fu Nurses A Go-Go 2, Mistress of the Whip 10, Occupy My Ass, Pork Vendors 9, Pros vs. Hoes, Smokin' Hot Gazongas, and who could forget a role in 2014's Two Chicks at the Same Time, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Aiden Starr is 45 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that is your crap on celebrities. Hey, before we hit the break, number 2 show at 10:15 this morning after the number 1 show. So in an hour and 15, the number 2 show begins.
That is correct. Call 818-532-1420. Leave a message on the hotline, baby. Maybe you got a secret you want to tell. Tell us a secret. We'll talk about it on the air. You don't have to leave your name. It can be just between us and anybody who watches the show and listens on all streaming platforms. So Riz will be in there with me for the first 15. We got all kinds of cool stuff to talk about today. So tune in on the Points YouTube app. And then we go live, and then it goes live on all streaming platforms at 4 p.m. today.
All right, there you go. The number 2 show live at 10:15.
What did you do?
In just a second, I think we need to talk about the Riz Olympics. The 2024 Riz Olympics. The Fall Games.
Oh, yes.
Where there will be 5 competitors battling. Who will get the gold? Who will get the silver? Who will get the bronze? Who will come in last place and face the most epic punishment, which we're about to kind of chop up and talk about and figure out.
Okay.
So your homework within the next day or so, all you here in the room, and even you guys listening, is think of some good punishment ideas, and we got to agree on something. Last place finisher, or even, the 2 bottom dwellers.
Mm-hmm. What?
Well, depending on what the punishment is.
I guess you're right.
Like, I got an idea. So I'm going to throw out some of my ideas, and then let all this stuff marinate.
Okay.
So we'll start the Riz Olympics in mid-September. It will be an 8-challenge Olympic series.
Okay.
So it'll be 8 different challenges. Of the 5 of us, whoever comes in first will get 5 points, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoever gets the most points, whoever has the most points at the end of the competition will be deemed the winner. I think for us, it's not about who wins. It's about who does not come in last place.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is the opposite of the Olympics.
Not coming in last place is winning.
Yeah, we're being chased by a bear here.
Yeah.
I don't need to win. I just don't want to get eaten.
So we'll discuss the events at a future date, but we gotta just lock in the punishment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw out some ideas. Some of these I have 1, 2, 3. I have like 6 ideas, 7 ideas. Some may not be great, or if you don't want to do it, poo-poo it, fine. We all need to agree. It needs to be an agreed upon. Like I'm not gonna put like you gotta shave your head because I know Scott's never gonna do that.
Thank you.
Never say never.
He said never.
Well,
he's been offered over $10,000.
Yeah, I got a feeling if Lern wins the lotto, like she's talking about, and she says, "Listen, I have this gift all set aside for you, Scott, but I need to see you with a crew cut."
I'll send you a picture from days gone by.
From AI. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to throw some of this out there.
Okay.
And we'll see what sticks, and maybe, again, we'll throw your ideas in the next day or so out, and we'll agree on something. Okay. All right, I got the eat something gross.
Always a fan favorite.
Always a fan favorite, consume an unpleasant but edible concoction of whatever. Maybe something our good buddy Chef Will over at Rockstar Taco puts together. He's evil.
He is.
In the best way possible, and I love him dearly. There is the free hugs punishment, which you'll have to stand in a public area with a sign offering free hugs for an hour. Maybe in front of like a Cardinal game, in front of a Blues game, whatever.
Love it.
Some of these are worse for certain members than others.
Oh, yeah.
Also.
I know. That's why I think I've got a great idea for I'm going to save it for last.
Okay.
Because this is a punishment for everyone.
Okay.
We could do the whole rent a billboard thing where, you have to, and those are easy to do for not that much money. Those signs, I think they're on 70, the digital signs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where you'd write like, King Scott, sucks. Congratulations, Riz the winner.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, we're brainstorming here.
Right.
Could we put you on a billboard warning against HPV?
Right.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be hilarious.
You have to do messaging of our choice with your picture.
Love it.
That's very funny.
Oh,
like
man, that is
herpes,
hilarious.
and then have like King Scott's picture.
Not as bad as you think.
Question mark.
It's not as bad as you think.
2 thumbs up.
There's no solution. It's just herpes. It's not as bad as you think.
Yes, I'm not shaming people. Where you give me an email. It's just funny.
That's funny.
That's very funny. Put
The
that in-
winner,
we'll put that
the
in the
winner
good-
could actually be the one who decides what will be.
We'll put that in the
On the
category.
billboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, now here we go. Here are my 3 like top ones. A treadmill marathon,
Oh my God.
Oh,
where you have to run a marathon distance, 26.2 miles on a treadmill.
holy smoke.
At once?
Maybe we could put something on here that's physically possible.
Yeah, I know.
Do we have to take breaks?
Yeah, you could walk.
Yeah, I mean you could take a break, but you can't leave the facility without finishing.
Covering 26.1.
Without finishing. Like you could take a break and have a meal or do whatever, but you can't.
Brutal.
Wow.
Wherever you are,
What is it? 26.1?
26.2 miles. Right, that's a marathon. 26.
But you're only allowed to eat sweet potatoes while you're on the treadmill. No water. You got to keep your starches up.
Only milk.
Oh, geez.
Oh, let's talk about milk.
Milk treadmill marathon.
Oh, the milk treadmill.
Oh, good one. If we do the free hugs one,
Yeah.
you got to stand there in a bathing suit. Like, and we'll just put you out there wherever. Like when I did the saxophone,
Right.
when I did the sexy sax man, like I was out in front of Busch Stadium busking for money.
When was that? That's funny.
Years ago.
Yeah, it was great.
How'd it go?
Yeah, that was
It
awesome.
did not go well. I made nothing. In fact, I was chased away.
But he made
By
great
another
music.
sax?
This is my corner.
I think it was a bucket drummer, and he had weapons. Drumsticks.
Yeah, if you take their, first of all, you have to have a license. Didn't know that.
Found
Oh,
that
sure.
out.
Plead,
Found that out the hard way.
plead ignorance.
But man, those corners down by Busch Stadium, if you infringe on somebody else's territory, they are not happy.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some fights in Nolans over that.
They are not happy. Okay, treadmill marathon, I think, would be a clever one. Again, you don't have to finish it. You don't have to go 26.2 miles in one. You can take a break, but you cannot leave
Until it's done.
the treadmill, wherever the treadmill is, until the 26.2.
Holy
Like, even if you
smokes.
walked it, how long would that take? Walking 26 miles.
We're all in fairly decent shape.
Yeah, but running 26 miles after not running any length of distance,
Okay,
that's
well.
serious.
Okay, so walking 26 miles or doing a marathon could take people 6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All a day's work.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought. But I did my
pretty good
calculation.
because that one's brutal.
That's brutal. Okay.
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one hurts.
And here's one where I think will be the bottom two. The two losers. So whoever comes in 4th and 5th place has to baby bird
The other one?
a meal to the other one, and vice versa.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
What?
Baby bird a meal.
A meal?
Or will you just say one dish?
Alicia Silverstone, a meal to your pal. I'm just thinking, like, could I do this? Like, I would have no problem baby birding food into your mouths, but who in here could I deal with
Could you take
and
it
not
from?
deal with?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, let's say a cheeseburger.
And do you have to swallow it?
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, you have to baby bird a cheeseburger. Or for
Oh
some of
my
us, an impossible
God.
An
burger.
impossible burger. Can you imagine? If
That's
you have
even,
to
at
eat an
least then you're
Impossible burger?
punishing the feeder, too.
Right.
Man, that's brutal.
That one's off.
Ow.
That's brutal. I have to cover your little eyes.
Man.
I would have to just cover my eyes.
I know. I just
And
have to.
I'd have to disassociate.
I'd have to go to a different place.
Me too, dude.
Put that down on the good list.
Okay.
And here's my favorite one.
Spaghetti. Someone said spaghetti.
Here's my favorite
Damn.
one.
Brutal.
You have to take a Greyhound bus ride somewhere.
Oh, dude, we've talked about this one before.
Hilarious.
What do you mean?
You like, we're gonna put
Scott
you on
had
a
to go to
Greyhound.
Chicago once and drive home.
Yeah, straight to Chicago, come back. I can only stop at gas stations to go to the bathroom. That was it.
Damn.
Couldn't get food at fast food.
I
Or
forgot
anything.
to pick
that.
where you go.
No,
The greatest
the
part
wheel.
about that one is
The Great Wheel.
The wheel will pick where you go.
The greatest part about that one is it wasn't necessarily gonna be him, and we found out the winner and or the loser, and then we just sent the loser out of the studio.
Immediately.
Yeah.
So it was a Friday, and then Scott loses. Goodbye. He got in the car 30 seconds later and started the track.
Oh, man.
It was so
No,
good.
it was losing. Spin the wheel. Like you could go to KC, you could go to Indianapolis, you could go to Nashville.
That's right.
It was
Yeah, that's what
Chicago.
it was.
Spun the wheel and then he
If you
left.
want to make that one worse, make it a mega bus. Because that's like $4. It's brutal. I've done it for comedy shows when I didn't have any money, and because it stops so much. It's literally the cheapest form of transportation. It's like $5 to ride a mega bus from like New York to St. Louis, but you'll be on it for 27 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on it for a long and the people riding the mega bus are exactly who you think it would be.
Yep.
It is not good.
Yeah, this is my personal hell because I hate a long road trip. So
Brutal. You could make the two losers ride together. Would make it
Right.
slightly
It would
better.
make it slightly better for safety reasons as well. So I'm trying to think where the mega bus goes to.
Dude, it's brutal.
From
the website
Oh, man, that's a bad one because it is. That's even worse than it's almost worse than the marathon. Like you don't have to do as much, but man, the time.
Yeah.
God.
I don't like this time stuff.
Megabus
A mega bus
goes
ticket's $1.
New York, Philly, DC.
You can travel across this country for $1?
Oh yeah.
No.
No excuses, guys.
But you're dead by the time you get there because it takes your whole life.
Wow. That's cool. I mean, that's cool. At least that option is out there. I'm happy to hear that exists.
Wow.
I'm also happy to not experience it.
Here we go. It goes to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Iowa City, Keokuk.
Jenny's suggesting we raw dog the bus ride.
All right, Troy, Bowling Green, Hannibal, Quincy.
These are mega buses?
Yeah, Fort Madison, Iowa, Burlington, Iowa, Mount Pleasant, Iowa, Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Chicago.
That's the path? Whew, it's a little zigzaggy. Oh, man, can you imagine going to Chicago on that? You'd be back in November.
dude.
I mean,
it
or
takes-
you will put all these things on the wheel and you spin. Like you could go to Quincy. I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
It is if you're stopping every 20 minutes.
14 hours.
And it's Quincy. We've all been before.
Man.
That's where the guy was having sex with the horse.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? This
I'm just going to put it in because I want to see how long it takes.
man.
From what? Megabus to what? Like
Just here to Chicago, because I bet it's going to be a crazy. I can't even find St. Louis.
Oh, I go to Denver, Des Moines,
Whoa.
Go see my sister.
Indianapolis. Yeah, I wonder how long it takes.
You just don't come back to work for a week.
I think if we do that one, if we decide on that one, I think the bottom two got to go together.
Oh my god.
So there's gold, silver, bronze, and the final two on the Megabus.
So you have to medal or
You have to medal or you're going on the
you're
Megabus.
leaving.
Golly.
You're going somewhere.
Oh man.
I mean, I'd rather take a vacation with one of you than put my your chewed up food into my mouth. So
Man, at least that's over, though, in like 5 minutes.
that's true.
On a Friday, when you think you're getting off work, yeah, I gotta raw dog you some SpaghettiOs, which would be awful. It's not a thing I'm looking forward to.
It's not going to happen.
Or we gotta hop on a megabus to Philly
And we'll be
for
there
the
in
weekend.
48
That would
days.
suck. I almost cursed just because I've been on that thing, dude. That thing sucks. And it is people. No one's happy. It's people who have to travel for $1.
Is there a bathroom on the bus?
Yeah,
Like,
You don't
and
wanna
that
go.
doesn't make it better.
right, like you've been run out of time.
Doesn't make it better. I promise you.
All right, those are my ideas. So let that sit
Dude.
where it is. We'll come back to you guys tomorrow, and we'll discuss more ideas. All right?
Okay.
I'm liking the Megabus idea, honestly.
Man,
I wrote Greyhound down, but Megabus really is a
if you're gonna
very
do
bad
it,
punishment.
that's the true punishment.
Why'd you have to say that?
I know. They're both punishments, right? Equal? Hashtag?
Greyhound's bad, but you can
Find comfort.
somewhere. You can nut that out. The Megabus is like the hell on wheels.
Shout out to Megabus, by the way, new sponsor of the show.
$1 travel. Well, in their defense,
They are what they are.
paid $1.
Well, like I said, I mean, it's super
Any complaint
cool.
you have on a Megabus, that's what they say to you. They'll be like, "You paid $1.
We're living in a time where you can pay $1 and cross the state line. That's
You went,
really cool.
Yeah, you went 2 time zones for $1. What did you think you were going to get?"
A shout out to our friend Michelle Smallman, who works over at ESPN. See, she was making the local news
Oh, yeah, for her Rams assessment?
for her Rams assessment.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
She's incredible.
definitely worth a read. STL Today headline: Michelle Smallman educates nation on St. Louis's feelings on Stan Kroenke and the Rams, and it was very articulate and laid out a pretty good argument for hating this dude.
Yeah.
And equates it to real life.
Yeah, dating.
Yeah, she's very articulate when it comes to her reasonings here, and it's definitely worth a read. Or if you have the ability to listen to her actually talk about it.
Well, she's been doing a fun little segment where she's essentially calling herself an NFL bachelorette because she doesn't have a team to root for. And so that's a promotion that ESPN is doing on Sportsmanlike. And so somebody called into the show live and said, Smallman, why don't you just support the Rams? And she went off and said,
Right.
would you get back together with somebody who cheated on you, trashed you, and said you weren't ever going to survive afterwards?
Right.
You wouldn't get back together with that type of person. So that's why we're not getting back together with Stan Kroenke
And
as
it's
a
like
city.
torch the city on the way out,
Yeah.
basically. But yeah, look up Michelle Smallman educates a nation on St. Louis's feelings on Stan Kroenke and the Rams. It's worth a read. It's good. All right, here is Sports with Moon. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail, now available in ready-to-drink cans. Cardinal starter pitcher Kyle Gibson gave up multiple runs in 3 separate innings and dug the offense into a hole he couldn't get out of. Like 4 walks or something like that in 4.5 innings.
Problematic.
Not great. The Cardinals lose to the Padres 7-4 in front of an announced crowd of 28,697. That's Not true. There was maybe, I don't know. I was there.
Yeah.
I would say.
Well, you were 1.
7,000, 8,000. I was
Your
1.
Family was, I don't know.
14.
14.
That's
So,
true.
No, and I think
Little
this is worth playing again. So this is it was the Cardinals and Padres. This is the Padre crew talking about Busch Stadium last night.
Out of the way of a pitch up and in.
Hey, Don, I'll be honest with you. I want to get this right out of the way. We are in St. Louis, Busch Stadium. This is not the Busch Stadium I am used to.
No.
Late August, early September. Usually it's packed. The Redbirds are in the race. It is a different vibe here.
Yep, it's shocking.
It is shocking.
Not used to this ever. 2-2 pitch. Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a shot or a message, if you will, from the diehards to the ownership.
Well, and somebody tweeted at us before, like, "Oh, it was 100 degrees out yesterday," but but it wasn't 100 degrees out last week for 2 days when they
Yeah, it's 100
when they have
degrees out every August.
when
Also.
they had the lowest attendance ever at Busch Stadium.
Yeah, 100 degrees is not new to St. Louis August.
Yeah.
So.
Well, just look at last week. It was in the 70s. It was nice.
And those were 2 big series that were very important that were wins.
This will be a win, too.
Pardon me. This was Mike Schilt's managerial return, by the way, to St. Louis and Busch Stadium in the first game of a 4-game series with the Padres. Schilt is in his first season at the helm for the Padres.
Schiltzy?
Cardinals now fell a game below 500 with that loss. They've won 4 of 5 entering Monday night back-to-back series wins. The Cards, who now only have 31 games remaining this season, are running low on time to make a playoff push. Winning games against teams ahead of them like the Padres could certainly play a crucial part in keeping their hopes alive, so hopefully we turn this series around. Danny Jansen, my buddy Dave, Free Beer Dave, sent this over. Incredible story, dude, and I got some audio for this too. Danny Jansen made Major League history yesterday. Listen to this, Scott. Becoming the first player in history to play for both teams in a single game. Now, he wasn't traded in the middle of the game like you would think.
Yeah.
This is how it happened. Back on June 26th, Danny was the catcher for the Toronto Blue Jays, okay? So the catcher for the Blue Jays against the Boston Red Sox. That game was suspended due to weather at the top of the second inning while Danny was in the middle of his at-bat. He had just fouled a ball off, and then they called the game. That game finally resumed last night. But by then, Danny had been traded to the Red Sox.
Oh, wow.
So he was behind the plate catching for the Red Sox when the game restarted, technically with his at-bat. Ironically, he was catching for his own at-bat because the Jays put in center fielder Dalton Varsho to pinch hit for Jansen. So technically, he was supposed to hit and catch the exact same at-bat.
That is wild.
He struck out, but the Jays won the game 4-1. Here's the sports commentary for when another batter continues his old at-bat for Toronto.
And so we pick it up as a suspended game for game number 1. And now Danny Jansen, a month later, traded to the Boston Red Sox. And here he is behind the plate in a Red Sox uniform and ready to catch the rest of what was his at-bat. Tuning in for a bit of history here. Weiner in the center field down for a base hit. So Jansen becomes the first man to get a knock today for the Red Sox. I guess that's fitting with the history he made earlier today.
Now,
call it a knock.
He did strike out later, so he did help the Blue Jays win that game, technically speaking.
That's I've heard of doubleheader trades, but not that.
They did save the scorecard and something else. I forget. Maybe not his uniform. I forgot what it was. But they're saving a couple things
It'll
for.
probably go up to Cooperstown.
Yes, it's going to Cooperstown, so that's already been playing.
Safety glass.
Because that is a big piece of history. And the New York Yankee jersey that baseball legend Babe Ruth called his shot in before sending a homer to center field, sold for supposedly. By the way, some people don't believe that.
Oh, the called shot, the Babe Ruth. You ever see the picture of that?
Mm-hmm.
The
Cold shot.
They're saying it's just a legend that he did that.
Well, the jersey that he was wearing during the legend just sold for a record $24 million at auction.
You know, it smelled like hot dogs.
Of course it does.
The called shot jersey was worn during the 32 World Series against the Cubs when Ruth and his Yankees won 7-5. Ruth gave the jersey to a friend. He gave it to somebody in 1940, and they kept it for decades until the daughter sold it to a collector in the 90s. It was last sold in 2005 for $940,000. So somebody invested $940,000 in 2005, kept it for almost 20 years, and sold it for $24 million.
Damn.
Quote, when you can tie an item like that to an important figure and their most important moment, that's what collectors are really looking for. The buyer's identity has not been made public, but at least a dozen hopefuls were bidding on the jersey. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Thank you. All right, make sure you guys check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring and, of course, our blog sponsored by Jack in the Box. Limited time only 3-piece waffle sticks with syrup for only $2. Oh, that's a syrup dip cup. Rafe and I make our way over to the number 2 show studio here in just about 10 minutes, so we'll wrap it up now. Moon, what is today's podcast title?
The Weiner is saying differently.
Ah, yes. The Weiner is saying differently. Moon, what else you got?
Almost always.
Well, just a huge congratulations to my daughter who just got her license.
All right, look out.
See
you, Dad.
Yeah, there's another teenage driver on the road. And I beg you, be careful out there, please.
Yes.
Not her, you.
Everyone else around her.
Congratulations. Lern.
Just follow me on the socials at Lern versus Radio. I got a band. I got cats. Tim's hot. You'll love it.
You got a band playing this weekend over at the Skylight Music Lounge.
Yes. Ballwin, $10 cover.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sky Music Lounge, not the Skylight.
It's essentially at Kerrs Mill in Clayton in Ballwin. It's a really cool venue. We're going to have merch for sale.
I'm going to open up a competing music lounge called the Skylight Music Lounge right across the street.
I'll play there as well. That's it.
I just want to confuse people. Rafe.
At I am Rafe Williams, and number 2 show live in 10 minutes. Go do that. And for those of you, the last time I was in L.A., I almost died from some kind of unidentified virus. I had to cancel a show at Vices that has been rescheduled for October 25th. So go to their website. There's an event up on their Facebook page. If you want to get tickets, you can get tickets there.
Nice. Scott.
Follow me at King Scott Rules. And, yeah, make sure to definitely tune in to the number Deuce show.
Okay, thank you, Scott. All right, we leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from St. Clair.